say play the match just now, they get one mistake and then they just expand it over that, like one kill over the enemy, and then just take one turret. So this is definitely one of those things that ONIC, they have to keep in mind. They should not do any kind of mistakes in the early to mid because they're gonna suffer a lot.
Yeah, that's true. Is this the first? Yeah, this is the first game that ONIC
In this M5?
for M5. They target M5, right?
I feel like this is their first loss.
Oh, that's why.
They have a perfect. I'm pretty sure they had a perfect run.
Yeah,
right?
that's that says a lot about what BLACKLIST International was able to do. And I think all of our guesses and most of the people around are doubting the strength or the power of BLACKLIST International, especially going up against ONIC, mainly because of their loss against Fireflux Esports. I think that was that gave a lot of impression to all of the other teams, but you have to always remember, knockout stages, BLACKLIST, knockout stages is totally different from the group stages.
And you can just never really count BLACKLIST out, man. You just can't, I feel like when we started this all, and it's like the thought of like, when they need to, they can pull out a win.
Yeah.
When it's all on the line, they can always pull out a win. When it's group, when they're in upper, you know, when it's like kind of da-da-da-da-da, they might take a loss, but right now, they're in control.
Just to update, BLACKLIST is still 100% on the blue side, 8 games now. And now the recorded BLACKLIST International. This is a quote. This is a quote from Coach Master the Basics. It's not really about the roster. It's how these players want to play the game, especially in this game. From time to time, the meta changes. It's really on how these players will adapt. And I gotta say, they adapted well. I would say from both sides, actually.
This is one comment that I have for the BLACKLIST International as an organization. Like players come and go in this organization. But if you look at what happens generally is that the players that go into BLACKLIST International get integrated to the system, not otherwise. If you look at other teams, let's just say a new player comes into the team, the playstyle changes for that team. That doesn't happen in BLACKLIST International. You have to adapt to the system of BLACKLIST International. That is a very rigid system that you can see from this squad, and that's the reason why there's always success that follows BLACKLIST International as an organization.
I mean, like, the system works, man. Like, you can't argue with results, right? So if you're coming in, you have to follow their style. I mean, like, they've been winning. Like, you just have to do the work. Like, if it doesn't work, sure, perhaps we'll see change. But so far, I don't see any changes coming soon in the future. Now we're looking at all the players and the coaches, and they're ready on the desk. And looking at the faces from ONIC, they don't really look bothered. They're just like, it's okay.
We tried something.
It happens. It happens.
NT.
Maybe this time, a Leomord for Kyrie. I mean, he has showed it. Like, the Leomord with the Kufra, I would say, looks even better.
We'd like to acknowledge the presence of the true richest talent. That's Francis OSX and Burrito.
We've hit 2 million BCU milestone. Thank you very much, everyone watching all around the world.
Thank you.
2.2 million.
And it's just game 1
of the knockout stage. The first day of the knockout stage.
It's just the first round. Thank you so much. Wow.
And, you know, M5...
No pressure, by the way, LaFell and Trex. 72 million watching right now.
Okay.
No pressure.
Why you gotta do this to me, man? I already told you I was nervous for this match. I already told you I was nervous for this match. Like,
you know why I did it? Because I'm nervous too.
You're nervous?
Yeah.
All right. Well, again, look at the crowd here. The crowd at home as well. And that kind of game was definitely grand finals worthy. But again, this is just the first day. Whoever loses this one is not gonna get eliminated. Just gonna get thrown to the lower brackets. But still, both these teams, they have a lot of fight in them. BLACKLIST International, I kind of don't want them to change, but at the same time, I'm worried if they stay the same, ONIC just figures out what to do with it.
We'll see. I know that, all right, so Coach Yeb, we definitely probably have some different plans coming in. I think Sans and CW did amazing, and it doesn't really matter what they pick. I think, like you asked me earlier, is what do we need to change? It's definitely going to be Kyrie, it's going to be Keyboy, it's maybe going to be the EXP lane, because that can always kind of move around depending on draft. And with how close that game was, is that minute difference going to kind of put them on the better edge?
Yeah, for sure. Every single minute detail is gonna matter in this particular matchup because you have two teams that have high pedigree, I'd say. And now it's Fanny. It's the 1-1. The draft opens for Blacklist and ONIC.
There's people up top today. People above us right now, LaFell.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yes.
There is.
There's people up top today.
Oh, dude.
They just showed the camera angle.
Dude, I was just... I don't know. Right now, my mind is all over the place, man. Blacklist International banning out the Assassins. This time banning out the Fanny as well as the Nolan. For ONIC banning out the 1-1 as well as the Guinevere. I mean, again, Sensui was amazing on the Guinevere, but now banning out those Assassins, even the Joy.
Yeah.
It looks like Blacklist, they're one step ahead. They're like, ONIC, in this kind of situation, is going to give one of the best heroes to Kyrie. So they're preventing that from happening in the first place.
Yep. So what is open? Bruno, Valentina, and Lilia. But the Faramis being banned out means that you would want to... I mean, both teams will just kind of be racing for the Lilia as well as the Valentina. I think that Blacklist are more comfortable playing the Lilia for sure.
Yeah.
Other heroes might be, I don't know, maybe perhaps Arlet as it is an open pick, flex pick.
Still Terizla.
I mean, again, I kind of feel like don't change too much about what happened in the first game.
Yeah, that's the Lilia.
I would say taking the Lilia away from Suns, it's probably a good thing.
Yeah.
It's probably a good thing.
But I think Sans will feel comfortable on something else too if he wants.
Yeah.
He could still run something like the Valentina here.
Or Nobar, yeah.
Valentina Arlet. Oh, Dyrov.
Early Dyrov. I mean, this is a boot signature, man.
That's true. Because it wins against the Terizla, it wins against Arlet. And I think that across the group stages, I mentioned that Dyrov is like a hero that doesn't have like a counter, an actual counter. Oh man, ONIC will just Claude this time, but I do like the opening coming out from Blacklist. Fredrin Bruno, such a strong pick.
I mean, the Claude from CW was spotless, man, in the previous game, so honestly, why not? But now that you have the Fredrin, here's the thing, like, one of the counters that I do feel is viable against the Fredrin is the Hellcurt, but like we saw just now with the Amon, if it doesn't have a good momentum going into the game, it's not going to do well. Like the strength of the Hellcurt is that you can burst the Fredrin, and the utility of the Dark Knight Falls is amazing, but it's too much of a risk. I'm not so sure if ONIC wants to take that risk just to fight against the Fredrin, especially when Boxia is still open.
Yeah, he could just keep it safe, pick up the Basha. Plenty of other options, even if it doesn't get banned. I feel like maybe pick up the Mardis. You're able to at least kind of zone around in the Lord Pit there. I mean, they could go for something like an Assassin, something like the Hellcurt, but I think after last game, it's time to maybe just like keep it simple.
Safe,
keep it simple, you know?
Might be the same set of bans. Tigreal plus Minotaur for Blacklist International. Matilda should be the ban here for ONIC. Oh yeah, this is, by the way, very, very true. Kari, Edward, and Rene all came from the Philippine province of Bataan. And that also includes their coach, Bon Chan, is also from Bataan.
Oh, really?
Yep. Which is crazy. And, they're all child prodigies. Kyrie, Edward, and Rene, they're all child prodigies. And Bataan kind of means like a place where, Bata means kid. So,
oh, really?
It's just...
Bataan
I mean, hey,
boys.
more cultural information for us.
That's right.
As the foreigners? Sure.
Okay. With the Estes being banned out, I think Keyboy wants to go for the Matilda, actually, because it also allows them to get into this this Bruno. You have access to the backline, so I think I kind of understand why Estes was the ban instead of the Matilda. Blacklist still needs to ban Minotaur, however, unless they want to open it up for themselves.
A lot of bans that are very good, because Keyboy has shown that it doesn't matter what kind of heroes are given to him, it's going to be good. So I like the Minotaur ban, but I'm really liking what you're talking about.
Ooh, Kali. Oh,
wait,
Jungle
so
Dyrod.
Wow.
It's the Jungle Dyrod.
I thought they were going to keep it simple.
I mean, like, Dyrov going up against Fredrin, that's pretty good. The Prince of the Abyss. Boots is 8 out of 8. 100% win rate with Dyrov in MPL ID Season 12. But it's not Boots playing.
Yep.
Unless you do something crazy.
Unless they do something crazy.
Like complete jungle.
I am the priestess of primal
I'd be
lightning,
hype.
the hunter of
So you
all
go
the evil
Edith,
gods.
and
Maybe
perhaps,
they pick up the Matilda.
yeah, Matilda still looks good. Rafaela still looks good actually for Blacklist. But yeah, Matilda, that's gonna be the Red J hero. Oh man, what will Keyboy play in this case?
I'm surprised that
Oh,
ONIC didn't pick up
man.
the Matilda there. They chose the Khalid over it.
That's right. I'm also surprised. Maybe they go Cho for Keyboy. They need a frontliner again.
Yeah. Looking at the team, they've already
Ruby,
decided.
perhaps.
I'm
Oh, Kaja.
Kaja.
light incarnate.
I was thinking of Kaja as well. Might be a little bit risky because if you catch someone that isn't the Edith or the Frederick, they can stop you in the middle of the tracks. But ONIC, they look confident, so I don't know. After the first game, I don't even dare to predict, man.
You know, that's the thing, right? I think for ONIC, I'm sure they wanted that Diroth to be a jungle. That's why
Yeah.
they first pick it. That's why they're flexing it. I think the Khalid should be the last pick. Their Expelin should have been the last pick.
Yeah.
So the idea why they pick up the Khalid was they want to take away Edward's hero pool. You know, they want to challenge Edward's hero pool. But there's still Edith as the last pick, so they're A-okay anyways. And they gave Matilda to Renegade, so they give a lot of comfort. And then they'll settle with a Kaja. ONIC, again, I think that they necessarily don't have the better draft compared to Blacklist, but they have a high skilling draft, high skill ceiling draft, you know?
Well,
5
we're
seconds
jumping
till
into
the
the
enemy
second
reaches the
game.
battlefield.
Hopefully all
Smash
runs
them.
smooth here. Again,
Oh.
the Sky Kings were taken down by the agents of Blacklist International. The question is, can they do it
Welcome
again?
to
Welcome to
Mobile
game number 2
Legends.
of Blacklist against ONIC.
All right, ONIC holding no surprises, holding no punches. They're gonna put Kyrie on this Dairoth. And you mentioned about the matchup between the Fredrin and the Dairoth. Is it gonna really work though? Is that damage gonna be able to connect?
I mean, personally for me, having Sans there as well, if you're able to terrify Sensui, the problem is that you want to burst him down before he can use his Appraisal's Raft. I think that's the biggest thing.
Exactly. I mean, for Kyrie, it's all about the burst, and they have the Kaja to go with it. That's why they chose for the Kaja for Keyboy, because they want to lock down this Fredrin. Fredrin is not necessarily a high HP hero. In fact, it's kind of squishy if it's not able to land the combos. And then Dairoth is a one-shot kind of hero that you wanna be able to burst your opponents as soon as possible. So that's the idea between the matchup of this Dairoth versus the Fredrin. However, there still is the Matilda, or if the Rafaela was picked up, that's also very true. So
Yeah.
this makes it so rigid. I'm not entirely sure if the damage output from the Dairoth is enough.
I feel like it might, because I saw Assassin Emblem on Kyrie as well as Boots, and they're both rocking the Rupture. So early game, they have a lot of penetration, especially because the first item is the Fury Hammer.
That's right.
I mean, simple calculation, I could be wrong, but it should be enough unless the Matilda is there to help out Sensui out of a bad situation.
Yeah.
All right, coming into the second minute. Turtle's gonna be up in just a second. Edward versus Boots. Boots is getting a little bit of extra damage off there, but I'm excited to see how they approach this Turtle. We're finally gonna get to see Kyrie and Sensui in the same spot. Kyrie getting a little bit of chip damage already onto Sensui there, but Boots caught off guard, thrown into the tower and taken out
Wow.
there. That's gonna be a huge advantage for Blacklist International. Kyrie not even gonna try to contest this Turtle.
Wow.
What is up with Blacklist
ONIC itu
International? Their
modelannya kalau
game
kata
is
gua sekali
amazing.
ketemu kode lawannya udah cok,
Unbelievable, actually. You see Edward and Sensui just combining for that.
kayak zamannya RRQ
They
yang ngombekin dia
outplayed
itu.
Boots because of their chain stunts. Was onward into the taunt. It was literally an alley-oop. Or a,
Nah, kayak apa dia
no,
emang?
a tag team.
Nah,
It's like a suplex into a, I don't know.
dude, I'm okay with the alley-oop, man. Like, for real.
My God.
ONIC, the idea was
Ambil makan
we
dulu.
saw them wanting to chunk down Sensui, especially because the troll is coming up, but he's like, I'm just gonna leave. Renegade now just poking against CEW, but yeah, it looks like Blacklist International, whatever ONIC is doing, Blacklist looks like they're one step ahead.
Consistently. So how does ONIC get a step ahead of them? Once again, it feels kind of like we're aiming for just Sans and CW to scale here.
Yeah.
They keep putting Kyrie on these like early game aggressive heroes, but it doesn't seem to really, it doesn't seem to matter.
Yeah.
You know, they're not getting anything out of it. So that's why I keep going back to, would it be better just to have him on something more utility based? Hopefully he can pop off somewhere here in the next few minutes. We're only 3.5 minutes in. Very similar to last game. It's not a huge gold lead, but we know that Blacklist can change that very quick.
Oh, head now, taking a lot of damage. And Kyrie's just gonna secure it.
Okay.
Kali Kylie.
All right, now he's on the run though. Renny J. Oh, wait a second. Keyboy with the pullback. Gonna pull Renny J in.
Nice.
CW gets the kill with the blazing duet. Sans also there, gets terrified
Mantan
on
yang di bahasa
Sensui.
Inggris.
Blacklist International forced to back off, and now tables have turned a little.
Okay.
God, that was just pure mechanics that ONIC just
PBG.
employed up top lane. You see Keyboard with the start of the ultimate, even after the
Nah,
flame,
kalau-
he was able to
Kalau kata gua mah menang
use
ini.
the timing, and then of course Kyrie with max range on the ultimate to catch Oheb that
Menang kalau kata gua ini.
burned the flicker. So big props to Chewe actually forcing that flicker that allowed the kill
Alah.
from Kyrie.
Bantai-bantai
And
blacklist ini
ONIC,
kasih gift satu aja udah.
They have recovered.
Yeah, now it looks like the
Tans
both
lo
gold
tadi nggak
leaders
mati
have
lu.
got their first core item, even Yue
Wah?
having the enchanted talisman, so the damage should
Mati.
ramp up.
Bagi ini
But
kasih
now,
pengen mati-mati, Cok.
Talisman.
Oh, he's gonna move on to Sans there. Sensui able to take the second turtle. He's gonna keep back Blacklist with a nice,
Ala rotasi.
you know, nothing huge, but at least keep them in the lead, even though ONIC is picking up a bit more kills here.
Yeah, but at least this time the tempo is not super
Yeah.
on to Blacklist International. This is more of a, I would say, stable game. Keyboy is just looking for opportunities to catch anyone off guard here. But now 3 members of Blacklist is at top.
Kyrie's also here. Renny J spots him out. Blacklist International might not call off
It's
the
the
switch
national.
because they have the Bruno anyways.
So right now, it looks like ONIC as well as Blacklist International. The question is, what are they waiting for? Are they just waiting for another turtle fight to,
Yep, for
to
sure.
really go up against it? Like, I was looking at
No.
Kyrie, it looks like he was aiming for a Radiant Armor, and
What?
now he's completed it. Is this the
Bahasa
gold
Inggris.
button? Is this where Kyrie feels like I'm more comfortable to fight?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Kayak
I think
Indo
they're
gua.
waiting for Chewe, if anything. But what are
Terus
they
dia
doing
udah
is
kayak
just to
internal.
control the map. And look at him just invade the orange buff.
Ini
In
mah
exchange for
lagi
the turret.
pingin belajar analisisnya.
Honestly, I like the turret though. I think
Pusing nggak,
it's
Inggris?
now going to be able to move around the map a bit more. Blacklist is going to be able to do what they want to do, which is kind of group up a little bit earlier than ONIC. But wait a second, Kyrie,
boy,
the Abysm strike. Not able to do too much. Boots
Kanan.
force a flicker Chewe into the
Lo-
backside.
lo menit berapa, Tok?
Still no damage there just yet.
Yeah, it looks like Keyboy was able to catch one person with the Divine Judgment, but
Dia
then
ketinggalan gua. Sabar.
stopped him from actually pulling the member of Blacklist International into danger, and now Blacklist, they're feeling a little bit more secure here.
Yep.
So it was a good open map by Renjay.
Yep. Renny J. Oh, commend
Lu
this.
aja lah yang paus.
Read that clash perfectly well.
Oh,
Did not
berapa?
Lu aja paus ya.
Didn't pop his ultimate right at the get-go. He waited.
6-13, 6-14.
That was key.
Terus. Dan
6-18, 6-19, 6-20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31,
terus.
32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39,
Dah.
40, 1.
Keyboy thinks is pretty good with the usage of the ultimate, but Blacklist International were prepared. And by the way, there's a lot of stuns from Blacklist International. They don't have the big ticket stuns, but they have a lot of crowd control. Onward, combo from the Fredrin, and the Matilda ultimate as well.
All right, third and final turtle. Renny J going to try to zone him away here. Keyboy also waiting. Kyrie wants to try to find an angle, but wait, airborne on to Keyboy.
Nice
Keyboy
angle.
does get the Divine Retribution, pulling Edward back. It's still
Boots,
going
Boots. Nanti. Nice Boots.
finally finds one. Boots comes in with a raging stance.
Nice Boots.
Renny J
Nice
has no
Boots.
escape
Nice
today.
bener nah.
That's two
Sans
members
kamu
of
tuh di
Blacklist
record-recordan
down.
masih
They still
anjay.
want
Anjing, Sansan bisa
more.
gitu, Cok.
Kyrie dashes
Nanti.
in. Looking for the
Nanti,
final
cuy.
shot.
Oh my
CW
God.
finds it as well.
Mati Oheb.
Oheb
Nah
down as
gitu namanya
well.
pembantaian ya guys.
Yue, the only man standing left
Kamu,
after that
ONIC
battle.
kamu. Ini baru game ONIC nih playnya.
Sands with a place of
Ajarin
Valentina
main
with
Lilia
the
tuh.
recalls and then
Sama
flickers in
Sans.
for the finishing kill after utilizing the ultimate that was copied from Yue. Don't give him the Valentina, he's scary. But ONIC, the reason why they won that is mainly because of Kyrie securing the turtle. They get extra shields and then boots on the proper timing. And also Keyboy baiting out Blacklist International, then surviving afterwards. This rush of the Radiant Armor helped him a lot.
Dewi setiap lawan
The
PH
magic
pakai itu,
defense.
setiap pakai bandana
My
itu.
oh my, ONIC, they're
Siapa?
back.
Yeah, now Kyrie having
Dewi
the
setiap
armor
lawan
as
PH
well,
pakai
because
bandana di palanya itu.
and frontline for the team for quite a while, is able to actually dish out the armor reduction. Now he's taking Sensui as well as Edward has been taking quite a lot of damage. Keyboy, even though he is a roamer, but he's a catching kind of roamer, not a frontline. So makes sense why he hasn't received that much damage. But
Kyrie,
ONIC,
the bottom of the list.
hey, I mean,
It just
like,
goes to show how clean he's like
Yeah.
moving through these
Udah
fights.
enak gue
pointing
ngeliatin
at the right
Predin
points.
kayak gini nih.
That's right.
Sama cok, bosan. Dari
How will Blacklist
Tahun berapa
International recover?
Berapa
They still
season
can-
lo?
they still can
Berapa
def-
season kan?
Gonna be waiting for maybe the Lord fight. All they have to do is to make sure that Sensui will be at par when it comes to levels against
bukan ini.
Kyrie for
Baru
now.
nih.
yeah, damage dealt now. Apparently, UA as well as
Yep.
OHAB is the highest in the charts. ONIC 2, around 3,000 gold lead here. They're not trying to force things out, but I do feel like this is just one divine judgment away from ONIC trying to get a wipeout and trying to perhaps.
Dia baru sadar gue kayak dipakai di road. Gue kira boot tadi.
Now the Lord has been started, but map control so far it does look like in favor of Blacklist, but
Oh Kyrie.
Edward has to be a little bit careful as well. Kyrie can dish a lot of damage onto him.
Yeah, watch for boots as well. He's gonna try to find an angle, make sure that Raging Sandstorm counts.
Gue dapet.
When Keyboy comes in,
Bener gak sih
Sam's
Keyboy?
taking way too much
Anjir.
damage. Boots finds a kill, and here could be the finish.
They want
Gotta
to
be
dapat
looking for an angle as
block.
well. Lord goes low for the
Mati
Raging
kayak
Sandstorm. The
Roland.
flicker, but it whiffs. It misses. Ohab finds
Oh my
it's
Keyboy
Kyrie.
punya red triple.
Edward
Mati
as
dong, cewek.
well.
Mati dong, cewek.
Renny J coming in. Finds CW.
Ini jadi pikerin,
Onyx
Cok.
on the run. Ohab, Renny J, the hitman, looking for
Mati dong,
more to
San.
hit.
Mati dong, San.
San's taking a lot of damage. Renny J, a double kill.
Oh my god, delivery, Oheb!
Ngeri amat cok Blacklistnya.
Renegade salvages the game and what the call coming up from Edward.
How does it happen?
How did it happen? Edward, you can see the signal coming up from Edward. It was immaculate. Whoever designed that shot call was so good.
Once Boots missed that, once he missed the Raging Sandstorm, it
Oh
was game
my
on.
goodness,
Yeah.
Edward.
It was game on.
Edward with the play, right? With the flicker play.
Enggak, ini
Goes
Pak,
for the
lihat game.
onward to Kyrie, but even
Menang
better,
kayaknya.
Renegade was there with the guiding wind, and Oheb was ready. They were prepping up for it. Delivery.
What is this gold lane roamer combination? OHAB with the Bruno.
Oh my goodness.
The thing is, Renegade with the Rafaela delivering OHAB to ONIC in a good way, in a dangerous way.
Yeah.
He's doing the same with the Matilda.
But this time you can see that it has a lot of purpose, and Renegade just getting two success. I mean, he gets a double kill. Would have been better if it went to someone else, but he deserves it.
Hitman, at this point, he's a delivery man.
The delivery man, the mailman
The
Renegade.
mailman, Renny J.
Gilang fix, Gilang.
Oh,
Dude, like, I'm speechless. This is one of those
Belum balik
games
lagi.
I almost don't want to work. I just want to see as a viewer.
exactly.
I just want to absorb all of this in.
Can we do that?
I don't know. I just want to drink water and have some snack and feel like, oh my god.
Tricks.
And then say
The
things
show
that we
is
should
yours.
not say. I want to say so many things that I should not
Pakai
say.
ini aja loh.
Me too. There's so many words that
Apa
I
namanya,
wanted to
Bro?
say. You
So
know?
many letters.
So many
Bunuh
words
ini
of
dulu, siapa
affirmation,
namanya,
so many
Matilda
words of
aja.
expression. My emotions are so really high, you know?
Dude, I'm not a Filipino, but
Sakit,
I'm
bro.
hyped for this one, man.
Oh my
This
goodness.
makes me feel like a Filipino.
Well,
Onico is starting to take control of the map again here a little bit. Feeling good about it. 45 seconds on the clock, but at this point, after seeing that, after seeing the way Blacklist keep on just swinging the game back into their hands, once again, to reiterate, we can never, ever count Blacklist out.
I wish there was a replay for this.
Yeah. Same.
Oh.
There needs to be an instant replay because we gotta see, like you said, Boots did not hit the Raging Sandstorm. That was the go button where everyone's like, okay, no one's done. If anyone can attack, keep on attacking. Everyone did. I just love the delivery. Oh, before that, since we find Kyrie, it looks like Renegade wants him. No, he does not. This is a poke.
Testing the waters. Testing the waters.
But that was flicker. Bird down by Renegade. Yeah, here's another Lord Dance.
Don't count Blacklist out just yet. But Suns now having the Divine Glade, the damage should be much higher. And again, the front lines from Blacklist, they have to be careful. We saw how quickly Sensui gets bursted down. The amount of armor reduction from ONIC is a lot. And like you said, Fredrin is not super tanky.
Keyboy cewek.
It's tanky. Just
Oh, look at
super
the
tanky.
keyboy, the backline.
Aduh, ke Edward lagi.
Malah kayak gitu perangnya.
Sakit banget tapi bootsnya ya.
Let's in sweet. Mati.
Dapat tapi kan langsung cowok.
Dapat.
Anjir Sans di depan kayak keteng gitu loh. Jago banget.
Lord does go to the side. Did ONIC pick it out? Yes, ONIC gets it 3 for 2.
How did
They come out on
ONIC
top.
How did ONIC die? I didn't catch
It
it.
was Sans.
Huh?
In the end. I mean, at this point, 13 minutes, you would not put a lot of value on the damage output of the Valentina. He cannot one-shot people, but he puts them very, very low. He maims them. I want to see the items of Sans now, because I'm sure that was the reason why we were able to take him out. No, it didn't have magic defense.
They're trying to figure things out. Kyrie a little bit of trouble. They hit
He
on
was
Son.
flicker, he was flicker.
That's a lot of utilities wasted. Keyboard with CW. Lord is going to get melted down. All it's going to take is a gust of wind to knock down that tower, but still, ONIC back in control.
OHEB has shown that he has a lot of damage. Because CW, just by the worldly coming in.
Wah, gila kecakar kucing sakit banget cowok, anjir.
CW was almost taken down, so he has to be careful of that.
Wah, apok anjay.
It is going to be very risky to go up against
Kaltem
Blacklist
kita
now,
tuh,
but
coy.
again, I believe what you said, Wolf. The damage coming
Aduh,
in
dia
from
naik
Sans is
naik
quite a
kucing
lot.
gua juga.
OHEB has
Naiknya
to
garuk
respect
anjir.
it, especially if he gets
Aduh, toil anjay, anjay.
down, like
Dalam
he's
banget
not
lagi.
able to use the basic attack with the house block
Rabies lo pasti.
to get back his HP. It's going to be very, very troubling.
Sans as well as
Ya udah bawa kucing tolol ini.
OHEB. That's why the combination of magic and physical damage overwhelmed him, but eventually it was Sans that made it that dealt the most damage. And that's scary. Like Boots is the way that you play the Kalin. Sometimes it's like it's very sacrificial. Sometimes you might even lose your life. But in exchange for a marksman at this stage of the game, that's a positive trait for the Kalin for sure.
Alright, 3.5k gold lead, but we're creeping into that 20-minute mark right now. This game, if it goes all the way, let's say we get to that 60k gold break, where everyone's maxed out items, who do we think it favors?
I can easily say it's the Claude lineup.
Claude lineup?
Yeah, I always like that.
Ceweknya digas. Nggak jadi.
Looks like Renegade isn't going
Dewi lagi gator ya mainnya, tapi banget ya mainnya.
the worry of the Divine Judgment coming in from the Keyboy. Full builds coming in from the Claude. One more item left for the Bruno. Yep. But again, I kind of feel like at this point, even without full builds, the damage from both marksmen is going to be enough.
Here's the thing, right? Bruno didn't have any magic defense, that's why Sans dealt so much damage. And at the same time, there's no Radiant armor that was picked up by Blacklist International. So there's really no one that's stopping Sans. And look at that. By the way, Kyrie went for the Twilight armor. It's the item to go up against the Bruno.
Yeah, so again, now OHEB finished the Demon Hunter sword. Should be able to chunk down Kyrie Boots as well as Keyboy. But again, at this point, it's not about how much damage you deal, but more about how you're going to have the space to do it. Because ONIC is always looking for the backlines. And it's not just Keyboy, Boots, Sans, but even CW can get to the backline, so it's very dangerous.
Hati-hatinya. Asing nggak flickers away. Malah kayak ini mati.
Renegade picking up another kill. He's supposed to be the roamer, but the Hitman has a name for a reason.
Oh my goodness, Renegade! If he's not the MVP of this game, if Blacklist wins, I don't know what to feel anymore.
Alright, does ONIC even try to contest this? CW working his way around the tri-bush right now. Trying to find an angle, Renegade's on him too. Edward finds the knock-up. Boots, Kira's backup. There's no way they can take this. Blacklist International can secure that Lord.
Wow! What is going on? What is going on even? Renegade is saving the day once again. And ONIC, you would understand why they went for
Kucing gila.
and with the flicker play.
Should have died.
Edward should have died.
Should have died.
But
Ambil
he
betadin
didn't.
dulu,
And it's
guys.
because of the guiding wind. You see the flask of the Oasis. Tankability,
Yeah.
natural tankability of this Edith. And the fact that they didn't have CW in that fight. I mean, he was on the other side of the map.
Gak pernah.
The Lord Pit. Oh my
Retri
god.
ONIC
Now
di
BLACKLIST, they're in for the push.
MPL Dewa.
All
Di
right,
sini
Wards gonna be coming down the top
Ini
side.
gimana?
Tadi dia orang mau
Blacklist
ngegeng Edward
making their
tapi
way
Edwardnya
up.
nggak mati.
They should be able to get
roll
their
down.
minions alone should be able to take that bottom tier 2.
Tidak baik-baik
See if they can
saja.
break something.
Ya,
They
sudah
already
jangan
got the
sopan,
charges,
ingat.
enhanced lord,
Kalau
right 18
pasukan dari
minutes
tim,
in.
polisi
Gonna be able to
internasional,
break that one
mereka
down.
memiliki
Blacklist
cukup
not
hebat.
overexerting themselves though. They know the danger. They know the
Salah nggak sih kalau ngegeng Edward itu? Nggak bakal instan, tau.
And if they get caught in a pigeonhole here, it could spell death. So they're going to get what they can and back off.
I mean, they got top inhibitor, so that's already pretty good, but it doesn't look like they're stopping here. It's really on Keyboy. Who is he going to be able to pull?
Get Sans,
Ooh,
get Sans.
Sensui matching up against Sans. Kyrie as well going to clear the wave, and that's going to be it.
Okay, again, this is still
Kayak gitu itu kan bikin lawannya ke-trigger tuh.
Blacklist, but we saw ONIC, they will have moments of brilliance as well, and now we're going to
Jadi
look at
ngebunuh.
the instant replay of the final fight, where I hope it shows how Edward survived.
So the cloud is somewhere else.
He's up in the mid. They come in, they get the Divine Retribution.
Yep.
Aduh, kayaknya majuan ya.
That's just as simple as that. They didn't have the. I mean, ONIC thought that it was already a guaranteed kill onto Edward, but it wasn't. And then while that's happening, you gotta have to give props to OHEB. He's still hitting onto Kyrie.
Oh, kata gue nih
Right?
bucinnya
You
biasa
see
aja loh.
already that your opponent popped the Divine Judgment.
Bagusan.
You're already A-OK as the marksman. OHEB
Kalau
is
cara
confident that he
dibanding R7 kayak
did,
gitu-gitu tuh,
Sensui.
kayak cara dia bikin gerakannya itu biasa aja loh,
I mean,
gerakan yang
OHEB at
dibikin.
this point, I gotta say, his positioning has been great. The only
Lalu
time he
nyaman
gets
sama
caught
dia.
is when literally the entire team
kocak
dove
gitu.
onto him,
Yeah.
where he had no other way of escaping, where Renegade is looking for a way to engage, not necessarily disengage in those skirmishes. Now, Keyboy, looks like Renegade is just keeping him honest, making sure that he always finds where
gerakan
Keyboy
aja
is. No shenanigans coming in from the Kaja.
That's what Renegade's been doing all game, man. He's regularly just kind of like make sure he pushes them back, threatening them with the Guiding Wind, threatening them with Circling Eagle. And it's just working so well. And even they don't know when he's actually going to fully commit.
I saw one item coming from Edward that ONIC has to be careful. He has the Starlium sight, so the damage is gonna be more than the.
Kalau lagi kayak gini misalnya
Maybe that's one
itu
reason why
keluarin
Keyboy
aja
thought it was
Albert biar
fine to
jadi
pull Edward, because if Edward dies, that's a lot of damage per second that has been eliminated from
Iya.
Blacklist.
Kalau misalnya udah 2-0 ya, wah main aja Albert.
Good.
Tapi nanti nunggu di luar bracket. Kalau lagi di sini jangan.
We have a shot at this. Kyrie is showing.
Gimana,
They can
Cok?
punish Kyrie this time. He was
Kalau set up
far too forward from his teammates, but we'll see.
We'll see. Keyboy
Soalnya
also
apa ya,
hanging back
Blacklist ini
CW
kalau
there as
ngeliat
well.
apa objektif
Blacklist
gas
International
gas
don't want to
gas
get this.
nggak nanti
Let this.
Keyboy digagalin sama Lord kan.
He's trying, but CW punishes Edward.
Udah bad timing banget tuh anjing Lord Davis banget lu. Mukul ke bawah kamu.
ONIC actually comes out on top in that one. The Blacklist gonna tell them they can. Kyrie wants to show them that they can.
Unbelievable.
Good news, bad news. Good news. Keyboy was stopped.
Yeah.
Bad news, he still got the kill.
But this gives
Dari Zila nggak laku ya dia.
to burst the Lord. Kyrie will be a little bit off, but not having Edward, nobody provides the vision for Blacklist for now. They don't want to really completely burst the
Dapat
Lord.
jing.
Queen swings picked up by Kyrie.
Berani pakai dari
Looks
depan
like
Lil
Kyrie
ya.
might have a little bit more of a position. Keyboy gets a suppression. Sensui, mortality pop. Someone's got to get the last shot though.
Masih dia nggak
Can they
mati.
finish?
Lihat Sansnya, lihat Sansnya.
Taken out.
Ceweknya free, cowok. Ceweknya cewek free, santai, cewek free. Cewek free. Nice. Enak aja nggak sih end mid? Bisa ini.
Ada Edwardnya itu.
Aduh, iya juga. Nah ini baru one cakep nih.
Back and forth.
What a series of
Kalau ada reply,
Oh my
kalau
god.
ada reply
I mean,
lu
it
lihat
started
Sans nanti
with
kayak
Keyboy trying to pull someone in, and then
Gets knocked up for the
gets
Lord.
knocked up from the Lord, and then after that, it looks like
Gak kill tapi
International
11 cok itunya.
Denver was not around, but they still wanted something out of that.
lihat Sansnya, lihat
Oh,
Sansnya.
that's the ultimate again.
Main anjir kayak gitu mainnya
This
tuh
is
tuh.
big.
Enak ini cok, nggak bisa nggak? Ini nih.
Their only job is to lock onto this base. Renegade taking
Nice.
out. Sandstorm locks in. Game number
Udah
2.
aja Paramis.
There's no
Win
way
udah cok,
that
ngapain?
this best of 5 doesn't go all 5 games. ONIC just equalize with BLACKLIST International. They're making sure
Cek apa?
that BLACKLIST,
ONIC.
whenever they make a mistake,
Please.
ONIC is gonna capitalize.
Was a time where Sans was phenomenal with this Valentina. You can see that at the top lane, that's why they were able to wipe out BLACKLIST
It's
International. But
ONIC
BLACKLIST
time.
turns it around after Edward almost died.
Game 1 itu karena blunder di itu aja. Kalau kata gua, tik-tikannya langsung dapat win paramis loh, aneh.
By the Lord. For some reason, they still lost Edward because when Edward went for the flicker, there was a lot of push. And then CW was already available. That was the power spike for the Claude. We know that the Claude is such a strong hero in the latter portion of the game. We felt that. Then, during the succeeding Lord team fight, what happened was Kyrie was actually taken out, but then Sensui was in the middle of the fight, was isolated from his team, and he was very low. Eventually, CW was able to finish him off.
Insanity. I want to take off my suit. I want to wear a jersey. I want to sit somewhere in the stands.
Yeah.
I just want to hold the board up, man. Whew. This is the game that you just want to enjoy, but we got to talk about the MVP of the game. I have an idea of who the MVP is. We're seeing Coach
Boy lah
who
MVP-nya.
the MVP is. CW, and he's like, let's go.
Oh, sekarang MVP sort orangnya
Just
jauh
a
keren.
better Saturday for me.
Yep.
Kan dia lagi jatuh gila, cewek biasanya kan angin-anginan dia.
This guy with the Claude was so phenomenal. I think his positioning in the last few minutes of the game was spectacular. He wasn't tagged at all. 7-1 and 6.
Ini bukan skiller nih, dia
As
beli
well as his
nih.
timing against OHEB, when they go for the duels, we know for sure that the Claude is very strong in the latter portions of the game. With his Corrosion side, with his Windtalker, Demon Hunter sword, as well as the Golden Staff. That combo is enough for him to be able to take out even the tankiest of heroes, even the Edith, as well as this
kalau udah main ini ya,
from him.
main
You
apa
see,
namanya?
this is a pendulum, right?
Item
Sometimes it's
jarum
on the
itu apa ya?
left side, sometimes it's the right side. Look at Edward, beautifully done, and then
Item jarum.
utilizing the Primal Wrath for additional. Watch out for
Ah, iya.
Sign in this
Oh, kalau
particular
demi
exchange.
Valkyrie.
Look at him go, even with the recall spams, right?
Gue gak pernah pakai itu.
He's messing with the mentality, and then Sans with the flicker play to finish off Sensui, then poke OHEB, then allow for CW to get the double kill. I mean, that is prime Valentina.
Kalau mau beli win market harus jual sepatu ya.
And this is the moment where we saw BLACKLIST capitalizing on the fight where OHEB just did way too much damage. And Renegade just delivering OHEB to absolutely everyone from ONIC. But we saw more or less the same thing coming in from ONIC, where we just take one mistake coming in from BLACKLIST and they just capitalize.
Renegade was a beast in this game as well.
Ini GS-nya masih disimpan nama GS-nya.
I think he was punished. Look at Boots as well as Sans. They just dialed in on the OHEB. Their focus was OHEB. Eventually, Boots will be taken out. Sans did not stop being aggressive onto the backlines, and then Yue, when he goes to the backlines, there's the ultimate coming out from Sans as well. Edward, look at that beautiful gliding wind. And while that's happening, watch out for OHEB. Kept his stabs onto Kyrie. Made sure that he takes out Kyrie. The decision making of these people are so good.
Gokil,
CW as well as Sans, they take the left and the right flank. Then OHEB was punished. Beautiful positioning from the two damage dealers of ONIC Esports.
Bisa apa Matilda defense?
Maker, man, like coming in from the side, make sure that he doesn't get touched, and then just dealing free damage. We saw how fast those health bars just get taken down. Like CW was a beast in this game.
Oh, BO 5 ya?
Unbelievable. I think that this is the back-to-back games that we see from ONIC really makes a case for why people will think that Sans is the top.
Yo, bikin logonya kayak Black.
The thing is, Yue also performed so well, right? So everybody, literally everybody in this game is performing so well.
No one is missing a beat.
Gue bisa pakai Aksara. Update aja NR itu kan Blacklist tuh BL.
Imagine watching this game, looking at the dire of the jungle, win the game eventually. It's crazy to think that we have come to this.
I feel like at no point in the past 2 games could you have ever really said, oh, this team's definitely going to win this game.
Yes.
No, it's just constantly like, and once you think a team has it, the Lord gets taken, or everyone gets wiped out, or anything can happen at this point. And we're only just starting. It's a best of 5. Anything on these items though to really point out?
Yeah.
For me, it's about
Lihat banget tampilannya
I'd say
kayak gini.
BLACKLIST. Edward couldn't really frontline for the team because he even have the swift crossbow to add more attack.
Ini
So it
sensui.
looks like
Kayak
Edward
anti-mech.
wants to dish out the damage, but it became to the point where ONIC, they could just choose who they want to
Najis.
dismantle first,
Yeah.
and then just pick everyone
jalan
on one by
kaki.
one. So I would say
Wajar lah
not the
referee
way to
jago.
start from BLACKLIST in terms of team fights.
Yeah.
Dia nggak bisa main assassin, Cok.
When it comes to items, maybe some radiant
Assassin,
armor for
pikirin.
BLACKLIST International. Maybe someone that goes to the front lines will take that because I think that not having the radiant armor against a Valentina, it's quite criminal, as Assassin Dave would say. And also OHEB, I believe that there should be a consideration for
Dokumen apa ya?
shield for this guy, or maybe even rose gold
Vector.
here, right? I don't know if he eventually got the
Terus
rose gold
dia.
here, but what I'm trying to say here is that he was bursted out by Suns so easily in this game. That's Flicker plus the Lilia ultimate from the Black Valentina from the Black Shoes, right? That he copies. That's automatic. It's a one-hit knockout. That's the thing with Marksman. Marksman right now, or Marksman, gold laners, they take for granted the damage out of the Valentina from the 1-2-2-1 combo. It's actually pretty strong.
I mean, honestly, it's like it's one of those skills that you don't feel like it does a lot of damage until you look at your health bars and like, okay, that does a lot of damage. I mean, like when you see a skill like Farsa, like boom, 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 it's like, okay, that's a lot of damage. But it's one of those things where visually it's not super intimidating until you feel it.
Maybe that's the case, right? The Valentina skill shots where it doesn't like shake the screen whatsoever.
Exactly.
It doesn't look that good. So
With that being said, we need some insight on both this team. So we're gonna look at the insider video and hopefully we'll learn something new today.
In every tournament, pros fight not only for glory, family, and their country, but also for the heart of every game. The fans.
Fuse menang loh, gila.
Are you one of them?
Padahal tebakan gue menang itulah si Rosa itu, Fireflex.
Pembos
Ya,
ya,
aku ya.
padahal mah jago-jago.
Hello everyone.
Banyak recall hitunya, kompornya. Recall tapi nggak jago.
Perjalanan Sonic ini udah berdiri sejak 5 tahun yang lalu. Sampai kita kalah, sampai apa itu ONIC udah ada.
Homeboys sebenarnya sangat penting sebab dia bukan saja untuk Homeboys, dia untuk tingkatkan komuniti MLBB dekat Malaysia ni.
Kita nak
Homeboys.
boleh komuniti tim lain.
Embos itu aja ke gendong orang tua.
Hal yang bisa kita berikan secara maksimal itu adalah dukungan.
Bila moral player tengah down, tapi kita orang tak tengah down. Kita orang tengah hype. Kita apa-apa pun, kita sebagai macam Homeboys ada 5 player, kita orang Flameboys adalah player ke-6.
And I can say that I'm the correct fan.
Oke,
They really value
Ntar alasannya kalau kalah, karena kami berdua tidak main.
But this is like a family, a whole family.
Player Homeboys punya gameplay every season macam improve.
Like wins or losses, like they're really not take it seriously, but they just take it as a room of improvements.
Menang atau kalah, still support.
Kalau mereka kalah meski sedih tapi tetap dukung.
Kekalahan itu awal dari kemenangan yang lebih besar.
We wanted
Oh,
to make
Sonic
sure
banyak
and
juga di
ensure
mana-mana.
that they still feel that we are still here for them no matter what happens.
Nggak masuk bang.
Jadi ada 8 kota yang bakal kita adain host party.
Yes, guys, bocil. Mau nikah aja lu.
Let's go Blacklist! Blacklist will only improve and they won't give up!
Even if they lose, they will win the next game.
Blacklist, Datang!
They have always felt your unwavering support and love.
Maraming salamat po sa pagsuporta niyo sa amin palagi. Sobrang namomotivate kami
Malang.
sa mga next games namin. dahil sa
Tuk, tuk.
support nyo sa amin.
Tuk, tuk.
Sana tuloy-tuloy lang. And yun, thank you so much.
Maraming salamat sa mga agents na walang sawang sumusuporta sa amin kahit na manalo man o matalo, dyan pa rin kayo para sa amin. Isa kayo sa mga
Penjol Guanjay. Dia nggak ada ini sih.
Thank you sa inyo.
Pertama, makasih banyak yang udah dukung dimanapun kalian, dari Manado, dari semuanya lah pokoknya. Dukungan kalian sangat berarti buat kita, bikin kita semangat, bikin kita lebih konsisten juga biar menang terus. Guys, dukung kita dan kita juga nggak akan bosan buat juara. Terus yang terakhir mungkin selalu doain kita terus. Kasih.
This is Keyboy. This is Keyboy. Keyboy ini muncul-muncul di season berapa sih? Lupa gua.
We really appreciate all of you guys from wherever you guys are. And
Dulu kan nggak
I hope you
sejago
continue
itu anak
supporting
ini.
us and don't be bored. We will try our best to win every tournament for you guys.
Kayak Boot tuh dulu di pos nggak pernah dimainin. Kata gue manajemen di posnya ada yang nggak beres tuh.
Pemain World Party juga jawab ya. 1, 2, 3, go!
Oh ini guys.
Tadi itu apresiasi untuk para profesional luar biasa. Player itu pemain kenapa sebenarnya adalah
Player number 6. That's you know, I've heard a lot of stories from teams that have these fan bases and supporting them. Like, no matter what happens, like if they win, if they lose, it's literally what they fight for. Right? The support of the fans just give them so much.
I mean, it's a game changer, man. Like, it's not one of those things that you just say. It's one of those things that you feel. Like, when you see the support coming in, everyone traveling, in this case, all over the world, just to see you play, win or lose, they're there. Like, I don't know, like, watching the video, like, even though, Homeboys is not here, seeing the Flame Boys still coming, still showing love, feels, man, just the feels, you know?
And one of the key things you said there is the diehard fans that even when a team has a bad year, they have a bad event, and they come back next time and the same fans are there. You know, it's not just the bandwagon fans, it's not just the guys jumping on. It's the ones who are there when they no matter what, they support the org, right?
It's just great. It's the reason why we do it, right?
Yeah.
It's the reason why we have esports is because of the fans, right?
Gue senang kalau yang MVP malah dari cewek Butsan daripada yang MVP Kairi Joker.
Massive fans
Besar kalah kan.
teams like
Casters.
Indong Kairi, Mai.
We're just focusing on the fans.
No, the fans of the casters.
I mean,
but if there is, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Like,
we love
again,
you.
the support has been nothing short of amazing. But going back into this game, man, this is an intense series, 1-1, and it's never one-sided game. Like, it's just playing ping pong at this point. I have the ball, you have the ball, we're just switching sides.
Yeah. It's a rally between two teams, and that always starts from the draft. And we saw from game number 1 that despite a very difficult, at least in our eyes, in our simple eyes and simple brains, we know that game number 1 was difficult for ONIC, but they still managed to last for 30 minutes. Game number 2, we thought that it would be again another difficult game for ONIC, but they won the game. So ever since the draft and then the gameplay, it's just a crazy series.
I have to say as well, in this match, do watch out for the TikTok drops. Watch M5 on TikTok for 5 minutes, and you can win one TikTok viewer chest. Watch for 20 minutes, and you might win TikTok deluxe chest. I mean, like, at this point, just watch the entire game. I'm pretty sure all of those rewards are waiting for you guys, because all of these matches, like, how can you not watch them, right?
Definitely. I mean, we still got possibly, what, 3 more matches to go?
Oh, yeah.
And you said we definitely believe it could go the whole way.
Right now, we're going to look at a quote from Coach Yeb. We're happy with our performance, but I think there's still a lot for us to improve on we really need to prepare because all of the
Saya
F5
tergigit-gigit
teams
gua
are
makanya.
great. And I remember as well an interview with Sans where the question was, do you see any teams here being a threat? I would say like right now, Blacklist International is pushing ONIC to their limit. So this is where every member of ONIC, especially Coach Yeb here, has to be like on top of their game on the draft.
And you can even say that to other teams. I think that the entire top 8 that we have for knockout stages will always have are all championship contenders. Even teams that we don't know of, like CSU, for example, we don't know their full potential yet. You can see that even the Burmese schools, right? All of these teams that
Apa
stages
gila ini.
now for ONIC going up against Blacklist, most people, like you saw the predictions of the team, most people will go for ONIC, but the way that Blacklist is playing against them, it's a total 50-50 between these two teams.
Yeah, it's definitely not going to be easy. You mentioned ONIC getting pushed to their limits, but now ONIC pushing back and making sure Blacklist is tested as well right here. And now with the ball back into the court of ONIC, now that they've kind of found a way to handle the draft, now it's, does Blacklist switch things up? Or do they just decide, we keep it the same, we just play better?
They got to find a way to stop CW, man. His squad is not fun to go up against. Now we're going into draft. Blacklist will be the first pick. ONIC will be the second pick. Looks like the strategy for now hasn't changed any. Whenever banned, if Blacklist continues, they should be banning out the Nolan here.
Yep. Should be the Nolan or the Joy, or two of them. So such a
Nolan ban. And then Coach Yab, we saw in game 1, he banned out the now they're back to it. They're going to ban it out again. Really focusing in on to Sensui here. And Sensui's just played a great game. Game 1, Game 2. He's definitely been a pedestal for the rest of the team to stand around. He's very reliable in the jungle. So Coach Yab going to kind of hone in onto his hero pool a bit here.
Joy. I'm not sure if Blacklist actually plays that Joy. I'm not entirely sure. But it is a hero that you should know how to play, right? Because it's a very strong hero. But then again, the Blacklist International, maybe they'll just ban it out. There it is. Okay. Theramis, Valentina, Lilia.
I mean, at this point,
literally all jungle bans right here.
Oh yeah, I mean, like, I gotta feel like targeting
both sides.
Yeah, either the mid laners kind of like a waste of our time because, dude, just give anything to them, they'll be fine.
Valentina or Theramis, or again, Valentina, Theramis, Lilia will be the choice for Blacklist International as their first pick. I would say you would rather just get the Valentina just because of how strong Sans is with that hero.
Okay, legit, give Sans any hero and he'll be fine.
Yeah, that's also true.
The Novaria, he's fine. The Gushin,
yeah,
he's fine.
That's very true.
Right. Honestly, and it's not just the mid laners, it's gold laners as well.
Yep.
Laners, both of these teams, the hero pool just goes
Gila,
so.
hero-nya Siswi di-ban semua, Cuk.
So, I believe that ONIC can just secure the Tyrant once again. It's a stable pick. And it seems like they're not concerned about the Bruno, so I honestly will not be surprised if it's like Tyrant Blood for ONIC this time. And then
Aman aja,
the
bosku.
Valentina or the Faramis in the last pick, because it's not like Blacklist will take one of those.
Alright, it looks like they're gonna pick up.
Why-
Oh, we
wait,
forgot about
was so
One.
What?
Uh-oh. Spaghetti-O.
Oh.
Bruno's also open still though.
Yeah.
Ya, gerakan
I'm also
tambahan.
surprised. I automatically don't think about the 1-1 anymore because it's usually an auto ban.
Yeah.
Kadita.
And this Kadita could go either way. It could be a roam, it could be a mid.
Exactly. I think you wanna get the Minotaur this time, but they go a high.
Yo,
Understandably so.
Okay, now I'm just thinking, should Blacklist have a lockdown hero like the Kaja? Because traditionally, in like ages before, if you want to pick up the 1-1, the Kaja is one of those heroes that you have to ban out. I mean, to be fair, you also have the option of Phobius. And we've seen success on the Phobius going up against the 1-1, but
that's right.
This is CW though. It's a different beast. So this is a mid lane Kadita.
Yeah, this is a mid lane Kadita.
I was about to say they gotta ban out the Diggy here.
If you're ONIC, do you wanna
Gas, gue ngeplank.
Dia
I
udah
think for
gantengnya.
Blacklist, Tyroth is a good ban here overall, even when they have the Akai.
Merah di gua, kamera di gua, Pe.
Should
Snow.
ONIC be concerned about the Phobias?
Kusna.
Ooh.
Because again, the
Aduh,
Phobias
digigit
is
gua.
good against the 1-1. It's just that
dong,
you
kawan.
need Kadita to kind of like fight.
Bilang kan digigit lo, gigit gue yang gigit,
You
biji.
can chain CC the Phobius.
Is Edward?
Yeah,
Phobias
the,
kinda
power.
yeah, he's a
Edward's
air
anything.
Edward. He's an enemy.
Gak, tapi jangan di kroyok, Cok. Senang dia kalau dikeroyok.
Phobius. We call him the air Edward when he plays the Phobius.
There it
Just
is.
ban it
Ya
out.
kan bar merahnya kalau penuh langsung regen, Cok. Sekali antem.
Maybe ban Tyroth actually.
What about the Arlid? The Arlid is still open.
Oh, that's right. What are you more scared of if you're Blacklist? Tyroth or
Pokemon,
Arlid? You
Pokemon.
have to pick between the two.
Yeah, but they still need an EXP laner, and Edward could also
Eh,
use
minannya gak
Selamat.
ngepus anjay.
So it's like they could try to trade up something here.
Well, Terizla is open as well. So if ONIC
Anjay,
picks up an
Akka yang
Arlid, they can, for Blacklist, they can get the Terizla. So far, we've seen that the Arlid has been a game
Itu kalau kayak di band, kayak tinggi hyper dia.
This opens up for ONIC if they want. They can get the Terizla, but the Akai would be good, and I would say the Valentina is good against the Terizla as well, just because you can use the penalty zone for yourself. Yeah.
That's why I like the Tyroth better.
Nggak pernah dianggap, Cok, kontribusinya. Muntun ini nilainya dari mana sih? Bingung gua.
The Rizzler. Okay.
Keep it
Ya Allah,
simple.
lancanya, Cok.
Simple.
I'm wondering about this Kadita, man. So far, Kadita hasn't had the
Datang lagi.
greatest
Yeah, big
showing.
rate.
Are we looking at the
Nonton dulu.
Ooh.
You mean
Lapu-Lapu
for-
perhaps.
Oh,
Blacklist,
you're talking about
for
from Blacklist.
Yeah, for Blacklist.
I think maybe Benedetta.
Edward masih muda banget loh.
Because yeah, they're going up against Rizzo. Or yeah, the Yu Zhong. I'm actually interested what
Maksud
Renji
apa?
will pick up because they're going up against the Minotaur. So do you go Rafaela or do you go Angela? In fact, there still is the
Matilda's open
Matilda.
again. Yeah.
He
played amazing on it last game.
I
mean,
agree.
There's no reason to not.
Or what if Edward just goes for Uranus instead? Because they will just peel for this Claude. Florian.
Oh, Florian.
I don't know how I feel about it.
Yeah, 0% win rate.
Iya,
That's
tuh
the
yang
reason.
diambil hero ya.
Again, this is Blacklist. They can make anything work, but 0% win rate is the one that we are like iffy about. Like I thought that this
Nah, ini loh, gue pengen liat gameplay Terizla.
Lancelot gets picked up.
Yep.
I don't know, man. This Florian is
Yeah, it's off-putting.
not giving me confidence.
It's questionable.
I agree. Then again, Florian kind of saves you perhaps from the crossbow attack in a way that, well, if nobody dies, then they get a transfer. But at the same time, it does not give what they need. Like, imagine if they had Matilda to provide the vision. At this point, only the Akai can man the front lines for Blacklist. And Claude and Florian is
Banget, Cok,
actually
ininya.
very
One-one-an ini di sini.
when it comes to
I like
the
that.
Claudian. Yeah,
Florian, I like that.
All right. Wow. Serendipity, I guess.
I mean, I like it if it works.
Apa loh, Hero cuman bikin kebuka
It's
one-one
super late
doang.
game, I'd say. Well, we're gonna see if we get to the super late game. We're going into the third match.
Jai, kelas.
Going up against ONIC. So far, it's a ping-pong game where we just swing back and forth. Is it the same for this one? Florian is the key to victory. We're jumping into the line of dawn.
All right, so this could be the breaking point where a game finally becomes a little one-sided, I feel.
40 kapan ya, 40 ya ngekesnya ya.
I think something huge
Terus detik berapa,
for the
Cok?
side, for the side of Blacklist here is if Edward gets some early game rotations, if he can kind of really capitalize on that 4 power spike here,
Enggak.
it could
3,
be
3, 3,
huge,
4.
right? If he can try to make sure the Blacklist gets an early game, that's huge. Now, if Sans, on the other hand, or Kyrie are able to get a nice level 4 power spike, same thing with CW as we're seeing.
3 for
I
repay
just feel
nggak
like
tuh?
ONIC has a few more options.
Ya Allah,
in the
Oheb.
mid-game.
Ya Allah, Oheb digituin, Cok. Di freeze, Cok, Oheb.
We gotta see how Renegade is gonna operate on
Nggak gantian sih
Florian.
dari match.
Looking at the emblems for now, having tenacity on both gold laners, making it so that if you do want to go gank onto them, they should be.
Itu sentengil banget, Cok, anjing.
Right now, really
Tuh,
scared
berani
because he has
beneran, Jay.
phobia, so he can
Kayak
recover
udah
some
katam ya
HP.
kali dia ya.
For
Alah,
Blacklist
the
as
make
well
ini
as
di early
ONIC.
game segitu.
I want to see
Iya,
ONIC
nggak bakal
try to
mati,
pick up
Cok.
the I think they had a good
Malah dibalik.
Oh my god.
Itu hanya bet, itu hanya ngebet doang, Cok, anjing.
Fast enough. I'm sorry, dude.
It's all right.
Dude,
There
Kyrie
was nothing
on.
to say. It happened so fast.
Oh enggak band 10
Now
bayangin
you in the mid lane
aja.
and going up against Sans as well as Keyboy.
All right. So at this point, as we mentioned, ONIC already kind of hit a little something. See,
Masa solo kill?
getting the better of OHEB majorly up in the top side.
Global ban ya.
I think that's a big trade, giving up that 1-1, picking up the Claude.
Oh,
See how it works
menurut
out.
gua
Blacklist already starting to group up a bit down in the bot
global
side.
ban.
So right now, ONIC, Sensui,
Eropula sedikit.
so forward, looks like Blacklist International will
Nah
be
itu minusnya di situ, Cok. Kan nggak semua orang bisa semua hero, jadi kurang efektif lah diterapin kayak gitu.
UA is going to slow him down. If UA is able to secure, that's great. Now we don't have used by UA.
Ooh, Kyrie still able to take it.
Minimal dikasih agenda season berapa global, jadi orang udah siap-siap gitu. Jangan misalnya season depan ini global, kaget anjing tim-tim.
Constantly getting the better of him up
MDL Indo
boy, make sure he keeps an eye as well.
MDL itu percobaan, Cuk. Gak enak bener di MDL lah. Semua dicoba dulu di MDL anjing.
If they're unsure
Hampir solo kill nggak tuh?
we're not going to risk it. We're just going to steal any jungle camps that we can. ONIC right now,
Belum banyak.
as well as CW, OHEB and Renegade. Looks like this is a duo gold lane. Not a lot of rotation coming up from them.
So for the first time, ONIC actually winning out in the laning phase. In the past 2 games, Blacklist has kind of always had the gold lead for the first few minutes. This time, ONIC controlling the pace.
Now Edward going up against Boots. Since we has rotated up top, ONIC has been, I would say, aggressive in the laning phase, but able to always disengage. Kyrie looking like he wants to hyper farm on this Lancelot, so it does look like he wants to be more damage oriented.
Yeah, that's what I kind of
Kawan gue bacanya bukan Butch.
for the first few minutes for ONIC. And this is also a mirror from the previous games. Kyrie, when he feels like he wants to farm, he just will farm and even skip the turtle perhaps, or give up some of the map just so that he can be levels ahead of Sensui. And I think it's a good approach here from ONIC. But then again, you have 2 farmers on their side, so that may be one thing that you may be scared about. Having both 1-1 as the Lancelot in the late game, they're pretty strong. But can you reach that late game with 2 farming heroes, though?
Biarin aja, gak usah ikut-ikutan.
They definitely can. T-Boy finds OHEB, but looks like he's not going to be forcing it.
You can tell they want OHEB so bad right now. CW is just waiting for the moment, but OHEB has done well in his lane. He's actually got a little bit of extra EXP over CW. It looks like ONIC is going to get the lane switch now. CW moves to the boss side. Turtle is up. Edward along with 3 other members up against 4 of ONIC. We got a 50-50 here. Boots comes to the backside with the penalty zone. UA, Edward also trying to do something. Keyboy with the Melon Fury opens up enough space, and Kyrie able to take the turtle. Fight still continues as UA tries to get them away.
Aneh, bisa di-cancel sama sekali.
Aspect of the Lancelot, right? You have the Thorn Rose into the Retribution, and if you are level ahead of your opponents, there's just no way for you to lose that fight. And you see ONIC just utilizing their crowd control very early to that turtle fight, but that allowed them to pave the way for Kyrie to eventually take the turtle. And now that's a definitive lead for ONIC now.
Blacklist International, 4-man moving down bottom, finds Kyrie, finds Keyboy. Kyrie engages onto UA as well as Sensui, taking a bit of damage. Looks like Blacklist, they're looking for avenues for them to be a little bit more aggressive, but every single time they want to go for it, ONIC is always positioned to fight back, making it so that when Blacklist want to go for that 100%, it always looks like a 50. The numbers just keep going down.
They're skewed. And ooh, nice Petrify from Sans there. Kyrie also trying to make his way in. Keep an eye on to Edward, though. Boots is trying to keep up with Edward. Edward does have a little bit of a faster rotation just due to the passive and things of that nature, but Boots is at least keeping an eye on him, and as long as Boots is able to do that, Edward won't be able to,
Tapi War 5-nya menang kanan kok ini mah. Menang ONIC War 5.
take somebody out.
Anjay diambil.
Securing that gold crab. I mean, like any small lead is lead, right? So winning that one is pretty crucial. And again, Kyrie is just farming all the way. Now he's even taking the minions.
Yep. Duel between 2 Bataan boys.
Ganti dong Sans.
Sans. Thalassophobia is there. I
Masih
believe
ada pasif,
ONIC
Cuk.
are just super duper happy of what is happening in the map right now. They're just clearing the lanes. They're making sure that they keep their turrets intact. Kyrie's farming the jungle, sometimes stealing jungle creeps from Blacklist International. And have established a lead over Sensui. This is ONIC's win condition, and they're getting it.
Yeah, moving slow is a-okay with them, even though the goalie doesn't really move that much. But for ONIC, 1,000 goalie with their kind of composition feels like a 3,000 goalie.
Yeah.
And where BLACKLIST International, they're the one pressured to be proactive here.
All right, penalty zone does lock on Edward and Sensui. Sans on the backside to try to zone way more, but Noah's Fury connects. Sensui comes in though, but Kyrie can phase right through with the puncture, still secures the turtle.
Nangis tuh Sensui.
Well played by ONIC.
Kasih akai.
Pace is a 1.6k gold lead. We're 7 minutes in.
Kayak percik. Dikasih akai nggak bisa ngapa-ngapain anjing.
Yeah, that Kyrie guy, right? That's a good.
Mana-mana nggak kesentuh loh. Aduh, pusing nih.
He's good at this game.
Blacklist.
And he utilized the Phantom execution, the ultimate, instead of the Thorn Throws.
And now ONIC pushing in. Did they take that? No, Sensui was able to get it. Sensui has it.
So yeah, they used the ultimate. Kyrie used the ultimate instead of the Thorn Throws because the execution has the CC immunity. So
penalty zone with the Phantom execution. Thorn Rose and Rennie J will go down there. Boots able to get that kill.
Okay, at this point again, we...
Okay. Okay.
That sucks.
Pecah dong, cewek pecah dong.
Kyrie's here to help out. Sans though, Sensui walks into a trap, knocked up and taken out.
Oh my god.
That was an uncharacteristic mistake.
BLACKLIST International.
Gotten away from it.
Exactly.
I mean, like, it was still good. Like, he was able to catch someone from ONIC. That was good, but the follow wasn't there, so it was a bit wasted.
Yeah. I honestly, ONIC are happier with that. That's just a kill on Keyboy. And they burned the heavy spin. They killed off Sensui, stopping him from farming once again. 2,000 ahead is Kyrie.
Nanti kuiras mentaris lah lawan yang gini-gini.
Oh my god. This guy, right?
All right, so now, again, ONIC having a 2.3k gold lead. Kyrie's level 13.
Berani dia.
10. This is a 3-level difference. Usually at most we will see a 2-level difference. So
Butnya udah
Kyrie's really
nanti kuiras coba mau ngapain Edward?
he wants level 15 first and then really go a crazy engage on the BLACKLIST International, because how many lanes is he farming right now?
All the lanes.
All the lanes.
See this lane? I'm the captain now.
Yeah, he's the hyper carry for sure.
Oh. That's how you play the Lancelot. And this time, no more of those tank Lancelot kind of stuff. He's going for War Axe into Thunderbelt. You can argue that Thunderbelt is a quote-unquote tank item, but...
Yeah, I would say it's more aggressive, because mana regeneration as well as the true damage and the slow, I would say it's more aggressive than defensive.
Exactly. It's cutting, proxying the minions down the bottom lane as Edward would do. They might go for the pitch onto Edward. Boots is already calling that.
Latihan terlomba-lomba.
Alright, Kyrie gonna try to
misses the puncture.
Lomba lu gak dapet.
I'm just looking at BLACKLIST. Going up against ONIC, not a lot of ways for them to really initiate a fight. I mean, like, there's a lot of disengage, but the engage tool is really onto Sensui. Edward can with the knockup strike, but it's not as easy.
Oh my god, that's scary.
Oh, penalty zone. I mean, Minoan's Fury on a 3. Yue goes down, Kyrie able to collect. Oheb then takes out Keyboy, Rennie J falls next. And the crossbow of Tang pops off. Not able to find Edward just yet, but Boots ready to make an attack, ready to make a strike. He's going to get pinned though, forcing the flicker. Sans there as well. Kyrie's already back to the base. Boots may go down here. Edward tries to come in and gets the punch. It's 2 for 2 overall.
And again, ONIC, it's like ONIC has ways to BLACKLIST not so much. They have to be reactive more than proactive at this point.
Mahal.
Oheb can just go in, dish out a ton of damage. Like, that's their way to engage. Just do a lot of damage, but not really with crowd control.
Now Kyrie will have to hold on. In fairness with BLACKLIST, they will still try to fight this, knowing that Keyboy doesn't have to.
5 apa 6 SD gitu.
Oh no, Kyrie got the
Just come in.
Ya belum lah.
With the counter strike. Keyboy's there as well. I'm gonna get knocked out, but he's still taken out.
Ya ceweknya.
Looking for something. Still has the crossbow Tang ready to go. Just needs to find the angle. Sans gets a knock up on Edward.
Anjir, sana dapat
now
ini.
push back. Boots ready with the backup. Edward on the run. CW doesn't want to let it happen. But wait, Sensui tries to re-engage. CW keeps going. Let him cook once again. It's 4 members of BLACKLIST taken out. Chewe right now, 3-0 in 3. Lord is going to be marching towards ONIC. They should be able to clear that up.
whoever stunned Kyrie was, because he was controlled when the Lord pops his own stun, right? So own air.
Suruh ikut renang aja ya.
Actually, was chain stunned by Blacklist and the Lord.
So when they didn't have crowd control, well, screw me then. Like, was it Renegade? Was it his stun?
Probably Renegade stun, or maybe US Terrify.
Yeah.
It was more than enough for the knockup because I mean Kyrie was all day poisoned to get
Daftar
out.
jadi
And
pahlawan ntar.
eventually was taken out. And what's really surprising is ONIC still fought
Pahlawan
because
kok.
they know that they have the lead. So they have the
Idaman
advantage.
ntar kamu.
Eventually,
Banyak yang
Blacklist
nyukain.
gets the Lord but loses the fight.
Udah
What the
jelek,
hell is this
ntar
game?
Bagus
Alright.
kerjanya.
Keyboy, ONIC, pushing Blacklist back a little bit here. Lord's going to be up in about 100 seconds, but still, once again, it's back and forth, and even, you know, a 3,000 gold lead is nothing to either of these teams at any point in this game. We know Blacklist can take a whole team fight if we need to. We know ONIC can do the same.
Yeah, and Sans legit is very terrifying. Like, again, doesn't matter what kind of hero he uses, because we saw in the previous fight, he was able to find OHEB and burst him down. And, okay, so Blacklist International, apparently they have different ways to engage the fight, especially if Yui has the Minoan Fury, which he does right now. That is a form of engage, and Renegade can have a stun on his first kill, and Boost just taking quite a lot of damage. ONIC 3.6k gold lead. At this point, Kyrie is level 15, Sensui is level 14. Looks like ONIC, they can just force things out. They're pushing Blacklist International away from their own turrets.
3,900 gold lead for ONIC. They are controlling this game. We were talking about the scaling of ONIC with two of their heroes. That's going to be the Lancelot as well as the 1-1. Pretty strong in the late game. But if you're looking at Blacklist International, they have this one true carry, this Claude. No matter what happens, it will deal AoE damage. And the longer the game goes, the stronger this Chlorine combo is. Because that means that Renegade with the Purify will be able to pop the ultimate no matter what happens. And that means OHEB with also the Purify can be able to take out the members of ONIC. So that's one thing that Blacklist International is holding on. But at 13 minutes, obviously ONIC is leading and stronger as it is.
Right now, OHEB is poking anyone that he deems worthy. We gotta look at Renegade's feeling as well.
CW, man.
Siapa ya namanya?
No one's gonna be able to take him in the 1v1 right now. They gotta
Udah menang telak ini macam apa Shinsui ini?
that ONIC has right now. They don't have the big set potential overall.
Oh, CW taking a lot of damage from OHEB. So it looks like CW will be able to escape, and we saw the healing coming in from Renegade. It's not enough to deal with the 1-1 and okay. All right, all good.
Okay. A second. Keyboy.
Oh, they're just zoning out Sensui because they're bursting the Lord.
As CW and Kyrie take the Lord.
Kalau nggak Prepay mati tuh dia.
Controlling the pace right now. Sensui and Yue force it back
gila
up.
cewek.
CW still going. He's able to pop back. He's able to kite, and it's just so hard.
Gacor bener lagi dia on fire parah.
So hard. I mean, like, again, what can they really do? CW, it's a good thing he didn't have
belum
his,
mati.
Inspire. If not, he might have gone for it, you know?
For sure. And that's the thing, right? When you're
Kesel banget tuh, dikit-dikit-dikitin.
You're forcing those guys' rotations, and Sensui already popped the heavy spin. This is ONIC forcing Blacklist International to react, and Blacklist are happy to oblige. ONIC now leading by so much, and they control the tempo of the game. Even the map is theirs.
Yeah, right now, ONIC, we have 7,000 gold lead. They're pushing in 5 members here to mid. Boots and Keyboy having ways to start a fight. Even Sans as well. It's just on them.
Big wave of minions plus the Lord. CW is going to shred down this tower once it cracks in. He's looking for an angle. Sensui just wants to try to defend along with Yue. Yue does have the Noan's Fury, so we gotta
Ayam
watch
apa
out
nih
for that.
PH nih?
Ya
Allah, Boots.
Boots is gonna pop his first. Sensui comes in. The crossbow Tang is ready. They're gonna start knocking through. CW taking him down. Edward gonna be the next to fall. Gets the final hit. OHEB and Yue, the only ones left. CW ready. Oh, but Yue finds him. Double kill.
Kan tapi kok.
They're gonna keep on pushing. When Charchion goes down, can he get the outplay? Yue! How is it happening? What?
Okay.
He's a monster!
Not again, not again, Kyrie, not again. No, not again.
A killing spree. Sans all alone now. How do they do it?
Oh, listen to the crowd. You wait, you wait.
Hitung-hitung masih napas.
You wait. Oh, dude. You were meant to outplay.
Oh, of course. With the damage elbow that he has. Now Valentina first pick for Blacklist International. They're gonna show their own brand of playing the Valentina, outplaying ONIC. And when OHIM went for the play 1v1 against CW, CW had to pop the Wind of Nature, but Yue was there. No flicker whatsoever, but he gets the kill.
In the last fight, OHIM had a brute force breastplate. He just sold it, I believe, for a
Apa ya namanya?
for the Windtalker. But either ways, that added defense there made sure that he was able to stick around. He was able to survive. But again, you with the Terrify, with the damage. And here's the thing, Kyrie has been doing this every M series where he dies and he uses the Winter Treasure and he's able to get a crazy escape.
Yeah.
But you is like, yo, not this time.
Not this time. I've
Not
seen
this
that
time,
before.
bro.
I've seen that before. Many
Enough,
times.
enough. You know, like 3-4 times, all good. 5? Nah.
No, come
Nah,
on,
nah, nah.
come on, come on. Not an M5. Not in your hometown.
This is insanity. This is pure insanity. ONIC somehow still holding on to the gold lead here. They are going to try to start this Lord off, but I think Blacklist have another wave of confidence here. And we always know that at any moment, this can turn around.
Now Lord starting up. Kyrie is trying to leash it.
Lihat ini Sans, Cok.
Members of ONIC. But look at Sans. Sans flanking from behind. Edward spots him out though.
All right.
Mati dong.
CW.
Oh,
CW.
The Terrify! The Hitman! This is huge. Keyboy now on the run, forced to use the flicker.
Loh, tadi itu apa sih ceweknya, Cok? Loh. Kameranya.
We're a little bit zoomed in there, but that's okay.
As long as the game's still alive, man.
Kenapa ini?
Renny J just broke the game. Blacklist International.
Did you see the winter as well?
It's game 3.
Oh my god.
Sensui. Kyrie back in the midst of things. He's in a bad spot.
Ya, comeback, Cok.
Down to about 20%.
Sans.
Terrify.
Back to back from Renny J and Yue. The stun from the flooring, that's so difficult to connect. He gets it and then Yue just destroys them.
Losing their minds right now.
Excuse me, I lost mine like the first game. I already lost mine.
That's so coming out from the flooring. That's just about how many points? What points?
Tell me about it. Tell me about it.
Dude, that's a mini stun.
Using the force to catch people?
Angin boots. Nice.
It's not over yet. Blacklist International. Want to try to end this here. Oh, Keyboy pinned up against him.
Nice.
Penalties over to the back line, but it's still not enough. CW needs to start connecting. The crossbow tank goes off. Sensui goes down. Boots petrifying a UA.
Anjir.
Winter Trenchy on Kyrie.
Gak mati loh.
Malah Kyrie-nya.
UA. They're trying to close him in.
No way.
Come on. Kyrie does make it back to base. Blacklist International not going to be able to end this yet. We're going to probably go down to another Lord. The game is on the line. And it's still only game 3.
I lost my mind game number 1. I came here with half a brain.
We're going to keep going though.
Aduh, Kyrie.
Boots wants to try to respond. Kyrie, the
detik
phantom
berapa?
execution through the backside. Penalty zone misses, but he's
20, 46, 47, 48.
another one. 6-2 and 5 right now for UA. 4.5 gold lead.
Aduh, cewek.
Gonna keep it in.
Terbang gak cewek? Terbang cewek.
They knock him up. CW, crossbow tang. They're popping off.
Rata kau, Dek.
Gonna keep going.
Rata kau, Dek. Nice.
Next is gonna be Edward. Immortality pops. Renny J. That's trying to get out. CW, OF41, and they come out on top. Members of Blacklist on the volley. Sans, Renny J. 1v1, Renny J. Wait a second, Sans wants to finish him. That's it! Duel!
It's real.
ONIC should be able to run this down the mid. And then
Kalau
game
gua
3.
puter-puterin dulu sini.
Paus lah anjay.
Apa lo?
BLACKLIST International, they were
4,
at
3, 5,
the doors of victory. But ONIC
Gua udah end.
pushes this.
Iya, gua udah end. Gua tahan di gambar naga sama logo M5.
Udah lanjut aja.
I'm losing my mind.
Gila, Cok.
BLACKLIST.
Keyboy.
In a point of weakness.
Gacor.
Tried to force it.
Lobby.
Ended. Spectacular performance. You can hear the crowd screaming you away, but ONIC is like, nah.
Not today, fam.
Match point. ONIC.
Keyboy up top lands, what a 4-man Minon Fury, or maybe a 5-man Minon Fury. And the thing is, the entirety of BLACKLIST International were prepared to win the Winter Truncheon. But what CW did was to wait for the Winter Truncheon to be over. Then they tossed the Crossbow Tank. They defended. Sliver of
Terlalu
HP
banyak
on
momen
that
mulai dari
turn.
Minion Fury,
But they
Kibo yang on
managed to
point.
defend it.
Rambut Kibo ini cepet banget panjangnya sih.
They could have pushed top lane,
Perawatan lah, bos.
but they were clumped up together. They received the Minoan Fury.
Yang sempat dia beli dan bahkan kontes,
Unbelievable
yang sempat
game.
menjadi satu.
Gila, Cok, momen Kairi nggak mati tuh. Udah penuh di TikTok itu ntar.
Dan
What else are we supposed to say, right?
momen dia harus
Like, this is one of those games. You could chop up individual moments.
Exactly.
Walaupun
And then
gak ada
get an
Kairi,
entire
mereka
episode.
udah
Yes, right.
I think that this game, we should not look at stats
Penontonnya
anymore.
gimana?
Let's just replay the game in slow motion. You know?
PLID. PLID Indonesia.
Micro mechanics, having those winters and
This
all.
is tentang ONIC, bro. This is Captain ready to take out an MVP. Akan jatuh.
Kita lihat dengan Cloud
Cewek.
Minata sekarang dengan one-one ya.
Semua. Bahkan even Kibo yang terlakar
Udah
dirinya
jelas
dari
lah.
awal.
Jadi one-one.
Kapten
Jadi
Cewek.
This is Captain Cewek speaking.
Dengan
This
item
is
goldnya, dengan attack speed yang
Cewek
cukup, akhirnya dengan
from
win
Indonesia.
ditambah lagi
Terbang melawan buana di langit
dengan
miliknya.
menggunakan
Nanti kita lihat.
Masuk woi, masuk woi.
Sword dan si Halberd. Ini akan memicu banyak sekali
Jadi Calvin one-one.
poin
Tapi
dari
cewek
Witness
apa
Finder
sih?
yang membuat
Cewek
cewek makin lebih confident
item
di
build-nya
late game.
dengan attack
Dan
speed
ingat
yang
Cimomo,
cukup, akhirnya
masuk
dengan
ke
win
arena
Stalker
high ground dari
ditambah
one-one
lagi
dan
dengan
tidak ada
menggunakan
jalan
Electric
pulang.
Sword
Wah,
di
Karena
Predator
efek
dan si
slownya itu
Halberd
90%.
ini akan
Dan
memicu
sekarang
banyak
kita tahu juga kan cooldownnya 10 detik.
poin
Tapi
dari
basic attack itu bisa mengurangi cooldown dari Witness Finder.
Lagi on fire emang.
Iya.
Sehingga dengan 4 basic attack minimal ada 2 Witness Finder yang bisa keluar dan itu yang membuat Yue tidak mampu untuk survive apalagi dia bawa
efek slownya
Purify.
90%.
Dan
Sekarang kita tahu juga kan cooldown 10 detik. Tapi berbasic attack itu bisa mengurangi cooldown dari Witness Finder.
ketika ONIC berusaha untuk
Detik.
melakukan endgame.
Sehingga dengan
Ketika
basic
Kairi
attack
tumbang,
minimal ada
Cewek
2
berhasil
Witness
untuk
Finder yang bisa
menutup
keluar dan
dengan
itu yang
ONIC.
membuat gue tidak
Ini
mampu
dia
untuk
momentum
survive
beberapa kali
apalagi
yang
dia
sempat
bawa
disaksikan juga
Purify.
ketika cewek bermain dari belakang dan Sons bermain dari depan. Ini dia sandwich
Emang lawan yang aslinya
yang
tuh
sering kali
brand
dibawakan
ntar.
oleh ONIC dan bahkan ini dia cewek yang memicu Sensui serta Edward untuk keluar dari zona nyamannya
Iya.
dan malah mereka kemakan
Sebelum
beberapa
mati
ayo
tadi udah bete gua.
aku ternyata mereka yang tumbang sendirian di
Di
sana.
belakang
Penggunaan dari skillnya sih benar-benar luar biasa juga dari
yang
cewek
sering
ya. Dan
kali
ini
dibawakan
sangat
oleh
disayangkan
ONIC dan
banget
bahkan
karena
dia
posisi dari
cewek yang
cewek
memicu
juga tidak bisa
serta
menggunakan confluence
Edward
action
untuk
dengan
keluar
baik.
dari zona nyamannya.
Karena ada bantuan dari Yue juga yang
Ayo.
memberikan
Dia kena
damage
skill
dari
bingungnya itu.
ancient-nya juga.
Ini juga sempat satu momen di mana cewek tertangkap tapi in the end of the day di bagian top lane
Nah, ini
lihat
nih.
Minion Fury-nya kena 4 pemain, crossbow tank-nya ready to take off dan bahkan ada Ocean Ode dari Suns yang menimbulkan damage yang luar biasa. Oheb juga di sini sempat mengeluarkan basic attack balasan. Tapi lihat apa yang terjadi.
Di end of the
Dia
day,
udah terlalu sakit
bagian top
bro,
lane
untuk
lihat Minion
golden staff yang dimiliki oleh cewek itu sendiri.
Yes.
Dan hingga pada akhirnya endgame
off
tercipta
bahkan ada
dengan
out
satu momen
dari Sun.
momen yang luar biasa
Luar biasa.
tepatnya Row Wave menambahkan movement speed
Mengeluarkan
dan
efek
satu
balasan.
gerakan dari Ocean
Tidak ada
Ode
yang
itu
terjadi.
membawa
Belum.
banyaknya Row Wave yang tadi Suns keluarkan.
Iya.
Memang Suns sudah sering banget untuk melakukan hal tersebut di live streaming sendiri. Tapi siapa yang duga kalau dia membawakannya di ajang M5 World Championship.
Wow,
Gerakan dari
ONIC match
Ocean Ode itu
point.
membawa
Dih.
banyak
Gimana kita
Row Wave
saksikan
yang dari
ternyata game
keluarkan.
ketiga 21 menit game berjalan
Lalu
hampir menjadi game yang cukup menentukan.
Tapi siapa yang
Kita
duga
bikin kita
kalau dia membawakannya
sumpah nih,
di ajang
ONIC.
M5
Tapi
World
Suns
Championship.
memang setelah dia tahu ketika cewek tumbang, kayak tumbang,
Suns cuman
bisa
mati
ada
sekali.
sendiri untuk bisa melakukan endgame secepat mungkin. Mereka balik lagi reset
Bukan orang ini.
ketika Kyrie dan bahkan pemain-pemain dari ONIC nggak bisa melakukan kontes ke area lore-nya. Tapi ketika satu momentum dikembalikan berkat adanya pergerakan dari seorang Keyboy dengan minions Fury-nya Bung KB, lihat tuh. Rest of the Assist dan bahkan Antiquitas bersama dengan adanya satu dominance ice sudah siap di tangan dari Keyboy.
Momen late game, ONIC selalu berada di atas langit dan ini dia full team dari ONIC. Rich Guy di cewek, The Carry di cewek, Sandbag dari Boots, dan The Forgotten One, Keyboy.
Dari 13 assist-nya. Dari 3 gamenya, Profesor KB di atas menit 20.
Gila, semuanya ONIC, Cok. Sandbag, Forgotten One, Rich Guy, The Carry.
Dari segi draftnya, kira-kira siapa yang akan memberikan damage yang begitu tinggi itu cewek dengan 150k damage yang dibandingkan dengan OHEP yang memang tidak terlalu jauh. Tapi teamfight participation-nya benar-benar begitu balance dari sisi tim ONIC karena Keyboy bersama dengan Sun selalu bersama dengan cewek juga, dan teamfight participation dari Total Heal bahkan Rene J di sini heal-nya pun bahkan tidak mampu untuk memberikan cover ke arah pemain-pemain dari Blacklist.
Boleh tarik napas dulu teman-teman. Ini game ketiga yang sangat-sangat luar biasa bagi ONIC. Dan game yang keempat sesaat lagi akan kita mulai. Ditambah dengan game keempat ini akan menjadi match point.
Ketemu trio anjay.
Mereka kehilangan game yang pertama, but it's okay. Karena mau bagaimanapun ketika kita berbicara late game, di game yang pertama aja ONIC hampir melakukan comeback.
Ya, satu lagi ONIC yuk. Let's play.
Mungkin karena temen gue batu puru ya, pertandingan cukup lama, jadi ya udah mau di kelas kan ya. Tapi game kedua, game ketiga ini beda sekali. Apalagi di game ketiga kita lihat punya pilot dari Calvin 1-1. Dan buat kalian semua jangan lupa selama nonton ini join TikTok Drop. Pencet tuh.
Langsung kalian ajak teman-teman kalian juga.
Udah gue tunggu di ini di stasiun.
Langsung nonton TikTok aja karena kita ada TikTok Drop. Jadi kalau selama kalian menonton pagelaran dari match ini berlangsung, kalian bisa dapetin hadiah tentunya.
Oke, bocah.
Langsung aja ke TikTok.
Satu lagi. Oh, temennya ngapel.
2 kali tumbang.
Oh.
2 kali tumbang. Berarti tadi kan 7 kali, terus 8 kali kan masih 100%. Habis itu sekarang udah 10 kali nih. Dan kali 2 kali udah 80%.
80%.
Ini dari top.
Gila.
Dan bahkan
Legend anjay.
posisi yang unggul sekali tadi.
Legend.
Seperti membalikkan telapak tangan seperti ini.
Banyak guys yang punya itu.
Segampang itu. Wah, tapi teman-teman yang di watch party tenang dulu. Ini udah nggak perlu minus 1 jantung, tapi memang minus 1 jantung kenapa?
Carry belum keluar Carry. Gue bercepatin di
kalau seandainya ONIC lebih mendominasi di early game, ini tidak menutup kemungkinan kalau Kyrie akan bermain seperti tadi, Suns bermain seperti tadi, Keyboy juga mendapatkan momentumnya cewek.
Burono, Nobar, ngapain pemalu
tidak bisa di shutdown dari inisiasi.
Bisa dibilang
Kalau
Keyboy bulan-bulanan sampai 3 game kalau
Gila sih.
Keyboy full bulan-bulanan warga. Semua fokus ke Keyboy. Dan bahkan memang itu momen yang dibuat oleh Keyboy.
Itu tapi menjadi sebuah sebuah hal yang menarik sekali dari game yang pertama loh. Kita melihat untuk permainan yang dimana explainer jadi kunci.
Full bulan-bulanan warga.
Pertama tidak bermain tapi Keyboy bebas. Nah, Keyboy benar-benar jadi bulan-bulanan. Tapi Bootsnya bebas. Kecuali juga kita melihat tadi bagaimana momentum ketika Minotaur jadi pukulin terus dan Terisla-nya selalu ada di sana dengan penalty zone, dan inilah dia connection antar XP roamer dari ONIC yang sangat-sangat luar biasa.
Yang aku suka tuh mereka tuh sinkron banget satu sama lain. Kayak
Iya.
mereka tahu oke ini minion period udah selesai, gue masuk pakai penalty zone. Jadi
Symphony of skill.
Yes, jadi benar-benar nggak ada celah buat Blacklist untuk reset, untuk flicker atau purify sama sekali.
Dan
gitu.
masuknya satu-satu. Jadi nungguin battle spellnya keluar dulu, purify-nya keluar, skill shot-nya keluar, baru satu eksekusi.
Flicker tadi kenapa?
Ketika Symphony of skillnya satu persatu keluar, purify sekalipun 2 detik itu nggak akan berguna. Nggak akan berguna.
Sama kayak kita kalau misalkan menyaksikan bagaimana pertandingan Fireflux lawan Black International. Digi lawan Tigreal, ya mau bagaimanapun udah pasti jadi counter. Tapi ketika Diginya ketemu sama Liomod, sama Terisla, sama Tigreal, ya mereka tinggal picunya satu-satu.
Siap, ini mau nyelamatin Digi pertama pasti flicker dulu tuh. Rata-rata mostly ya, permainan dari player Digi itu akan pakai.
Wih, Keyboy belum warning cowoknya ya?
Flicker tuh belakangan.
Iya kan, source skillnya dulu ya kan.
Simpen tuh.
Abis itu flicker belakangan atau mungkin ada juga yang bermain dengan babysitting, Be. Flicker dulu.
Flicker dulu,
Spellnya
skill
dulu,
dua, ya kan?
spellnya dulu, baru dia pakai skill.
Dan biasanya mostly itu juga yang akan dimainkan sama pemain-pemain faramis, Ranger Mas. Biasanya kan main skill 1, ngumpet di batu, tiba-tiba buka ultimate sambil flicker tuh Cimomo. Biasanya itu ada realm untuk defensif namanya.
Tapi itulah ya mungkin sedikit dua dikit sedikit ya
yang terjadi.
ilmu buat teman-teman juga.
Tapi Be, lebih mengerikan mereka habis kalah dari game kedua loh.
Oh, lebih relax ya.
Lebih reset loh.
Karena match point sekarang sih buat ONIC-nya.
Iya,
Jadi
mereka riset sekali mukanya ini malah cukup mengerikan kalau dari sisi kesotoyan saya, Profesor KB.
Oke, bukan. Anda kan punya ilmunya, saya tidak punya ilmu untuk
lebih ya.
Kalau ONIC masih dengan kondisi yang sama, masih sama kayak kondisi yang
Raya ditambah itu.
Tapi yang cukup mengagetkan ketika match point di tangan ONIC malah Blacklist sesantai itu yang lebih mengerikan sih kalau menurut aku. Karena dia bisa ngandelin permainan adrenalin rush dari ONIC. Tapi ONIC kalau masih disiplin mereka masih aman, tapi kalau mereka udah mulai nggak disiplin itu bahaya.
Wah, bahkan kalau kita lihat kubu ONIC ini dia. Di mana adanya Coach Yep. Jadi mana sebenarnya dia yang takut.
dia yang takut ketemu sama tim-tim lain ya.
Kayaknya nabrak.
Ketika semua pemain, semua coach, semua member ditanya gitu kan, kayak siapa yang paling takut ONIC? Sebenarnya ONIC malah takut sama semuanya juga.
Iya. Karena biasanya kalau yang diperbutkan tuh biasa atau mungkin
Raya ke atas.
karena takut ya.
Benar, ingat kata-kata Amon ya.
Apa tuh?
Lebih baik kita daripada
Lebih baik ditakuti daripada dicintai. Waduh.
Iya kan?
Cinta dan harapan adalah dua.
Itu Angel lagi. Beda. Dua hal.
Dua hal yang berbeda.
Hei, itu Coach Yep.
Go Coach Yep.
Oh.
Itu keluarga Coach Yep kali ya?
Kayaknya ya.
Bisa jadi.
Cinta dan harapan adalah dua.
Iya, biasanya yang pulang kampung seperti biasa. Bisa
Carvi juga
kan dua hal.
Cousinnya datang kan.
Hei, itu Coach Yep.
Aira Iris.
Keluarga Coach Yep kali ya?
Pak baby. Oh, dia punya anak kali ya?
Anak kali ya.
Iya, namanya Aira Iris kali ya.
Cousinnya datang tadi.
Oke. Dan riset untuk tim
Aira Iris.
yang dimana memang mereka tinggal di game yang ketiga. Tapi game keempat ini yang akan menentukan
lagi darahnya.
nanti disamakan skornya 2 sama. Atau
Gue mau mana di
kita akan melihat tentunya ONIC yang berhasil menuju ke babak semifinal.
Oke, match point bagi ONIC. Sekali lagi harus kita bilang ini adalah match point yang penting banget. Karena dari 3 game yang dijalankan late game selalu dipegang sama ONIC. Kendali mereka atas late game seolah mengingatkan kita dengan The Vault, Cimomo.
Iya.
Late game decision yang matang, permainan yang begitu memukau juga dengan targeting yang sangat indah, dan pick off yang tidak pernah terlupakan dari Keyboy. Dan inilah dia sosok yang mengerikan
Kendali mereka atas late game seolah mengingatkan kita dengan The Vault. Iya. Late game decision yang matang, permainan yang begitu memukau juga dengan targeting yang sangat indah, dan pick off yang tidak pernah terlupakan dari Keyboy.
Benar nggak teman-teman Watsarti?
Ya benar lah.
Oke, Blacklist masih di first pick loh. Gila loh.
Masih di first pick dan bahkan kali ini dengan Guinevere yang sudah diamankan terlebih dahulu, mengingat bagaimana respon
Pinnya
dari
di band terus
Wan-Wan yang
anjir.
dilepaskan dan tidak diamankan oleh Theo.
Ya benar lah.
Iyalah, ngapain
Masih dengan band yang sama.
Ini di kanan sekarang responnya sama loh.
Iya.
Sama, karena mereka udah nggak terlalu takut ketika nanti Wan-Wannya akan diamankan oleh cewek.
Udah ketemu. Udah ketemu soalnya jawabannya.
Kali ini juga
Tapi apakah one-one yang kalau dilepaskan lagi sama tim ONIC
sekarang respon sama loh.
tidak bakal di-pick sama Blacklist? Kalau di-pick pun, apakah mereka udah siapkan untuk counternya ya? Atau yang menangkap karena one-one?
Paksia lagi.
Mereka respect full.
Berarti kalau Valentina lagi diamankan oleh Yue, kemungkinan besar di sini sudah ada jawabannya. Atau jangan-jangan Faramis first pick nih.
Gila. Cepet banget sama-sama jungler nih. Tutup dari tim 2
Valentina lah.
Valentina Yue.
Ya, mau bagaimanapun sebuah respect kita tunjukkan tentunya kepada Yue sebagai Valentina nomor 1 Filipina.
Dan bisa ngebuat Suns tumbang untuk ketiga kalinya.
Bener. Ini udah hal yang udah nggak perlu kaget buat teman-teman mungkin yang lagi menonton semuanya.
Sebuah respect kita tunjukkan tentunya
itu di atas
kepada Yue sebagai
one-one dan juga Gadita lagi kan. Oh, tapi Faramisnya. justru yang akan diamankan oleh ONIC.
Ganti gameplay berarti ya. Tapi dengan Cloud yang masih diamankan, serta ada Akai lagi. Masih 60% hero yang sama dari Blacklist International. Minotaur juga bisa dibawakan kembali. Karena Minotaur sangat-sangat bisa untuk meng-cancel bagaimana pergerakan dari Blacklist. Namun, kalau ada Minotaur, nantinya Yue akan sedikit delay. Dia mau ultimate. Atau Keyboy. Arlot bisa juga di tangan.
Kan gue ada nama bukan dia kan?
Arlot untuk meng-cancel Blacklist juga bisa. Ya, atau mereka final size itu efek knock-up airborne di ujung dari tombaknya.
Dan kalau sekarang kita lihat mereka ngepick harus masih ke roam kalau menghindari dari sisi-sisi yang nggak mau di-ban. Misalnya mereka masih mau butuh heavy sisi, mereka ambil sekarang. Tapi kalau mereka mau main
sendirian pada ke atas.
mereka amanin Arlot supaya masih belum tidak terdeteksi.
Oh, mereka langsung Lancelotnya dulu yang diamankan.
Bukan Minotaurnya.
Ke gua.
SP laner sekalipun.
Tapi Popheus ban ini pasti harus dilakukan.
Mungkin itu udah penulis
Digi?
Digi nanti mungkin masih bisa di fase pick atau band yang kelima. Karena
bahkan dia
ini nungguin respon dulu. Ini nungguin responnya dulu soalnya. Ini nungguin respon dari Blacklist International.
Biar Digi yang di-ban dari sisi Blacklist.
Tapi kalau misalkan Digi Faramis berarti Boots akan bermain dengan hero yang super duper tanky. Mungkin akan ada Uranus nantinya.
Kalau ngomongin Uranus ini akan cukup berbahaya sih Profesor KB. Mending Arlot full tank.
Ya ampun main Akai lagi.
Masih punya sisi, masih punya bisa ngedive ke arah belakang.
Bisa banget.
Masih punya
dan itu juga menjadi ancaman bagi Akai kan. Karena final slash Akainya agak sedikit bakal terkocar-kacirkan di kanan kirinya.
Kalau ngomongin ke arah Uranus ini, permainan Ohio ini dia tahu loh titik lemah Uranus. Apalagi dia pakai cloud. Ya gimana? Oke, bulan-bulanan warga nih Uranus nih.
Tapi seenggaknya dia pegangin lane jauh sih. Itu cukup penting menurutku. Selain Lancelot nanti yang akan bermain dengan lini jauh. Tapi kali ini Kaja yang akan di-ban sehingga membuat teman-teman dari ONIC akan memiliki keputusan lain untuk fase ban yang kelima dan Hilda yang akan di-ban untuk Renee. Tidak akan ada kerusuhan di early game untuk Lancelot sehingga Lancelotnya akan sedikit lebih aman ketika kita berbicara bagaimana tempo di early game yang akan dijalankan oleh ONIC.
Masalahnya Digi bakal di-ban atau enggak nih sama Blacklist?
Diginya mau di-ban apa enggak sama Blacklist karena Blacklist dia akan sekarang dia bingung kalau dia ban ini terlalu beresiko.
Lepas banyak banget sih.
Iya,
kayak grill.
Tigreal akan ngebuka Minotaur juga.
Tapi gini loh, kalau kita berbicara Digi ya, Digi kalau dipick sama ONIC juga bisa di-copy dengan IMU.
Iya sih.
Jadi sedikit dilema
tapi
juga.
Tapi at least gak akan ada time bomb.
Aneh cok, Freya ini cok.
Iya, dan tidak akan ada Netherrealm juga yang bakal di-copy sama Yue. Karena Yue cuma bisa meng-copy satu kali.
Jadi pilihan.
Kecuali dia fleeting time.
Oke, dan sekarang ONIC apakah Digi itu hanya distraction dan lebih
atau jangan-jangan Diginya tuh kayak dipaksa untuk diamankan sama teman-teman dari Blacklist International.
Iya, makanya aku bilang lebih di arah ngebait nggak sih buat Blacklist?
Ini tergantung sama pick yang keempat nih. Kalau ini roamer dan untuk Keyboy, ini akan sangat menarik kalau tiba-tiba Blacklist International membawakan Digi. Karena apa? Karena last picknya bisa Esmeralda untuk Boots.
Ya, nah gitu karena DJ Khalid last picknya mau dibikin. Mereka membingungkan. Diamankan Khalidnya, dipaksa menggunakan Arlot, dipaksa menggunakan hero yang sulit untuk jump in ke arah belakang. Walaupun bisa jump in, dia nggak instan banget untuk bisa dihindari.
Arlot
dipaksa pakai Arlot.
Masih dipaksa pakai Arlot, tapi ingat Arlot ini bukan hero yang leading banget, sehingga kemungkinan besar Boots
belum kelihatan
lebih mengungguli dari segi rotasi. Tapi Minotaur yang bakal tetap dibawakan oleh teman-teman dari tim Blacklist International mendinai bagaimana Akai ketika nanti terkena efek knock-up airborne dan Digi terbuka di sini.
Mityawe gue gak tahan.
Atau jangan-jangan Keyboy punya plan lain, dia bisa membawakan
dari tim. Oke, ini sedang itu kayaknya bagus tuh.
Opsinya banyak.
Dia ngomong apa itu juga kayaknya bagus tuh.
Ada Digi,
ada
Franco, ada Atlas.
Itu lebih tepat ini.
Iya, mereka lagi coba benar-benar mikirin mungkin tim fight yang lebih efektif untuk roamer yang posisi Keyboy sih sebenarnya.
Kenapa mic check itu selalu kita tunggu ya?
Rafael.
Iya,
mic check itu selalu kita tunggu.
Mic check itu selalu tunggu dan itu dia Matilda Airlines karena tidak ada Popheus.
Pakai Esmeralda.
Dan inilah dia drafting phase dari ONIC dengan Flash of the Oasis item. Terlalu banyak hero dash. Matilda 1-1 Lancelot yang akan membuat sosok dari Minotaur
hilang arah.
dapetin instan target. Tidak akan mendapatkan standar ini dia dari knockout stage match 2 game.
Terlalu banyak hero death.
Wow, memang Blacklist mereka memiliki hero power yang begitu tinggi. Dengan adanya Edward, juga dengan Cloud, dan juga Oheb masih dengan Cloud dan Yue dengan Valentinanya.
Ya, tapi kalau kita lihat lagi dan lagi, line up rating dari ONIC 4 kali game ini berjalan selalu berada dalam keadaan yang under, tapi mereka selalu bisa maksimalin loh.
Itu dia.
Untuk power hero yang mereka bawakan di game dari 1 sampai dengan game yang ketiga tadi. Dan apa yang terjadi di game yang keempat?
Match point di tangan ONIC Indonesia. Yang sempat mereka kehilangan poin dari tim Blacklist, tapi ternyata 2 game sudah mengungguli sampai saat ini. Akankah sang tuan rumah Blacklist International diturunkan Indonesia atau bahkan
yang sempat mereka kehilangan poin dari tim Blacklist?
Detik berapa lo? Gua pause ini.
Let's go, mari kita doakan ini bisa aja menjadi game yang terakhir untuk ONIC.
Belum mulai gua malah.
Dan bahkan kita udah
Keluar
melihat
gua ada 3.
Coach Yep itu sempat memainkan main psikologi dari pemain-pemain dan mungkin dari
Mati
Coach
kena.
Yep
Belum.
sendiri dengan cara ya Digi yang tidak di ban tapi di
Menit 31, 32, 33, 34,
Bos.
35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 44, 45.
Oke,
48.
Flicker telah dikeluarkan begitu saja. Walaupun bisa kita bilang early game kali ini
Ambil sih solo bisa nih gua.
Flicker ya. Tapi kalau ngomongin dari posisi all in Reneja ini masih butuh banyak effort banget ya Momo. Dan dari segi emblem kita juga menyaksikan rotasi akan coba dilakukan oleh seorang Reneja. Cuma dibalik itu semua dengan Cloud yang bisa sustain seorang diri aja membuat tugas Reneja akan lebih murah.
Iya. Dan tadi kita ngeliat juga sebenarnya Yue sempat ngebawa Rupture di sini. Sans akan coba sedikit
Makanan disiap rangkul.
tentunya di area midnya, sementara posisi dari Kiboy memang belum bisa terlalu menang laning dibandingkan dengan cewek juga, tapi at least cewek masih bisa untuk bertahan di laning bawahnya.
Kebetulan kan freanya.
Menarik Reneja.
Wah, Reneja udah gak ada flicker. Reneja udah gak ada flicker, itu yang harus mulai mereka perhatikan. Dan jangan sampai permainan yang cukup memaksa didapatkan oleh para pasukan dari tim Blacklist International. Dan ketika Reneja udah gak ada flicker, ini akan menjadi berbahaya kalau dia take down ketika posisi turtle terbuka.
Mungkin Carry juga tidak mau terlalu mengambil resiko di area mid karena masih ada efek tadi fight dari seorang Yue tadi.
Informasi yang telah didapatkan, di mana Sensi berada di garis depan. Yang berhasil didapatkan tanpa adanya sebuah retribution. 3 dari top lane, Edward bahkan coba untuk bermain dengan Kyrie. Sama-sama hero bisa melakukan dash, nge-jumpin ke arah belakang, tapi ONIC perbedaannya adalah dia punya Keyboy.
Dia nggak ngelot, Cok.
Ngelot, MM ngelot.
Bagaimana cara mereka untuk snatch the turtle. Tapi lagi dan lagi, kali ini tim fight-nya akan menjadi 4 lawan 4. Kita lihat bagaimana setup yang akan ditimbulkan oleh ONIC ketika turtle-nya sudah setengah darah ternyata.
Arena jadi level 4. Kondisi yang tidak cukup untuk
belakangnya PBU.
belum mendapatkan siapapun. Dikeluarkan internasional. Berhasil mendapatkan turtle mereka yang pertama. Kembali dengan pertarungan turtle. Objektivitas selalu menjadi sebuah.
Udah WWM gue barbarin aja nih.
Memang primadona ya.
SPBU-nya.
Pertama ya. Turtle Lord selalu primadona karena ada beberapa tim yang melihat
penuh lagi
dari
caranya.
Turtle itu baru primadona ketika turtle yang ketiga.
Iya, biasanya.
Itu biasanya tuh tim-tim Cambodia yang akan memainkan seperti itu.
Pada Lord kayak gitu lucu aneh.
Tapi mereka selalu menekan dengan segi point kill.
Betul.
Sehingga ini yang membedakan bagaimana tim fight objektif dari Blacklist dan ONIC yang sama-sama mementingkan untuk turtle. Sehingga kita selalu melihat tim fight di early game itu menarik untuk kita tunggu-tunggu. Apalagi ketika turtle yang pertama.
Ya primadona sekali kalau untuk dengan tim Indonesia dan Filipina. Gak ada yang alergi seafood kalau bisa aku bilang. Dan sedangkan para pasukan dari tim Blacklist mereka akan terkena sedikit distraction. Masalah dari Kiboy Atlas, Raging Sandstorm for nothing. Berhasil memasang Reneja dengan flickernya, tandanya ini membuat sosok dari cewek akan lebih aman. Walaupun cewek juga punya Needles of Flower.
Ya, walaupun juga tidak akan terlalu terburu-buru untuk melakukan ganking karya bottom lane. Karena sudah bisa dipastikan Reneja nanti tidak akan begitu maksimal ketika tidak ada magic damage. Namun kalau kita lihat dari item Corrosion Side, sudah diamankan terlebih dahulu. Bahkan Sans yang di all in sepertinya dengan gerakan cepat dari Edward dan juga Reneja walaupun tidak ada
Perbandingan
ya Momo Chan. Kalau sadar, Suns lebih memilih stacknya hilang ketimbang dia harus menggunakan flickernya.
Betul. Dan bahkan ngunain satu buah ini ya, ke altar atau mungkin ada drumnya ya.
Ditahan banget sama dia.
Ditahan bener-bener.
Dia dicari mana yang paling kecil.
Kan tapi ya di match ini ya.
Betul. Dia tahu mungkin pasifnya yang bisa membuat dia tentunya revive lebih cepat. Dan bahkan posisi dari area mid masih bisa ditahan juga oleh pemain-pemain dari ONIC.
Ya, tapi kalau kita lihat dari XP lane-nya, Boots seperti agak sedikit kesulitan.
Biasa bawa one
Retribution.
Oke.
Seperti ada di tangan
mati.
Trigger berhasil. Mission complete dari Kairi. Ini tandanya adalah sebuah turtle yang tidak akan dilepaskan oleh tim ONIC Indonesia. Kairi udah mulai harus distraksi damage sama Edward. Jadi nggak bisa dilindungi Ogen Chen, terlalu sakit Profesor.
Vengeance dengan passive stack udah pasti bakal double damage. Dan kali ini terkena zone out yang lumayan banyak dan membuat Keyboy harus lebih berhati-hati. Walaupun tadi ada retribution digunakan, tapi pressure dari Blacklist International itu nggak lepas.
Melepaskan lagi turtle-nya. Tandanya bukan itu target utama yang mereka inginkan. Ketika permainan dari tim ONIC Indonesia berhasil memancing trigger, karena kalau menurut aku dia ingin tidak menuju ke arah perebutan objektif.
Gak bales Gilang.
Itu purple buff yang cukup efektif untuk
Belum.
pergerakan Sun Tzu.
Papa kira bakal ada momen Keyboy tiba-tiba mencuri dengan soul belum.
Tadi gue bilang dia kan bilangnya setengah 10. Gue bilang pentem kok setengah 10 kata gue. Belum bahas lagi.
Juga bagi Blacklist International di area mid lane-nya.
Tapi ini persis kayak game pertama nggak sih, yang dimana Blacklist memang mereka berhasil untuk dapetin perfect turtle-nya, tapi ONIC bener-bener ngasih space ke arah cewek untuk bisa farming.
Iya. Dan ini benar-benar jadi game yang sama persis pressure dari Blacklist International betul-betul nyata ada di early game dan membuat ONIC sedikit tertekan. Kita berbicara dari 3 game yang sudah kita mainkan sebelumnya.
Karena perbedaannya tuh dari OHEP nih bersama dengan cewek cukup jauh ya. Karena OHEP sempat makanin 2 lane juga tadi di area mid dan bahkan dua turtle yang diamankan oleh Blacklist membuat OHEP
Tukang asat ini keras juga.
Ya, dan kali ini Boots lagi-lagi harus benar-benar dalam keadaan yang tertekan.
Bukan keras juga.
Gagal.
Matiin Yue.
Tadi dia phantom execution-nya itu setidaknya bakal mancing Yue yang ngeluarin red. Atau flicker sekalipun. Ya, atau flicker sekalipun. Tapi nampaknya nggak nyampe ke ujung damage. Ghostbuster dari Suns ini mengerikan juga ya. Dia mancing terus, dia poking terus. Cuma mungkin adalah ketika nggak ada Shadow Stampede, ini problemnya adalah Suns nggak punya skill SP. Kecuali flicker yang dia miliki saat ini.
Tapi buat sekarang ada Nicholas Oates dia akan membuat tim fight dari Blacklist International nggak semaksimal itu. Bagian HP dan juga heal up akan kepotong 50% karena efek life bane, sehingga membuat nantinya ini Suns perlu banget untuk survive dalam team fight besar. Nggak boleh tiba-tiba dia instant kill dengan siapapun dari Blacklist International.
Kalau sama Gilang berapa lama, Pak?
Jadi dia lumayan respect lah ya, dan langsung melakukan recall tentunya. Tapi damage dari OHEP udah mulai berasa sih.
Bisa 10 menitan, Cuk.
OHEP masih jauh. Dan bahkan Edward akhirnya mencoba membantu membuat Kairi ini gak bisa dapetin purple.
Gila 40 menit tersiksa.
Kairi masih coba untuk melakukan
10 menit kan?
Jadi it's okay, no problem. Tidaknya berbagi
40.
sharing untuk para pasukan dari tim ONIC Indonesia.
Jam lah.
Iya, dan satu buah Demon Hunter Sword di tangan dari cewek kali ini Blacklist. Sepertinya Kairi akan melepaskan turtle yang ketiga juga deh, Bro.
Kemungkinan besar untuk perfect turtle akan ada di tangan dari Blacklist International, membuat kali ini 3 turtle tanpa balas. Dan menunggu juga untuk ONIC mendapatkan power spike tertingginya. Karena mau nggak mau ONIC akan farming all the time dulu. Dia kayaknya nggak bakal terlalu terburu-buru untuk memaksakan team fight besar, apalagi mereka dalam keadaan kehilangan turtle, kehilangan gold
kok jalan
banyak, Sensui dapetin level yang lebih tinggi dari Kairi juga.
Nge-freeze? Nge-freeze nggak? Halo?
Iya, nge-freeze.
Menandakan bahwa
menit berapa?
Iya, tuh nge-freeze
mudah untuk memenangkan Battle of Retribution.
757.
Dan kali ini lagi-lagi permainan cukup pelan akan dibawakan oleh kedua belah.
Terus gue kira jaringan gue lah, emang dari sananya ya?
Mendapatkan perfect turtle-nya, tapi OHEP dapetin space yang cukup banyak loh ini.
Ya, dorongan demi dorongan dilakukan oleh seorang OHEP.
Surat juga.
Ya, dan langsung dilakukan oleh Boots adalah
ngapain nih? Kok macet?
melakukan clear dengan fase depan.
Iya.
Dia nggak tumbang aja udah bagus. Dan banyak 8 dengan adanya keuntungan 2.900. Blacklist International belum bisa melakukan timpa dan ekspansi. Dan lihat Keyboy di sana bisa diselamat dengan ada dari Winter cewek. Lalu pada selesai gagal, flickernya masih mendapatkan satu stun dan the rest of the day for the stun.
Gila gue pusing liatnya, Cuk, warnanya.
Gila, ini
masih bisa selamat.
patah-patah nih.
Dari tim Blacklist International. Mereka
patah-patah anjing, pengelak-ngelak.
dari soft skill yang mereka miliki. Kecuali Ohep.
Kecuali Ohep ya. Dan itu tim fight yang cukup panjang sebenarnya.
Patah-patah anjay. Apa sih anjir?
Ini dulu. English.
Gue refresh.
English. Ini kan aja. Buyan ini. BB Indo, buyan banget.
Berhasil menggoceng. The Final Slash membuat booster berakar.
Refresh.
Please, dan lihat
dari segi itemnya juga.
Itemnya jauh banget
bahkan langsung mau ke win poker kayaknya dari Ohep.
Kita kalah juga. Ini pernah dari
Lihat
segi
komennya
level.
gila, Cok.
Paramis lagi-lagi sangat di tangan dari seorang Yue. Tidak akan
Apa?
ada Nether Realm untuk satu
Bahkan ada yang
Katain kocok.
Yuk, menit berapa, Cok?
26, 27,
Lo menit
28.
berapa?
Kecuali
Polo 30, 31,
Tinggalan
2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Baru cepetin.
8, 39, 40. Mati weh. Gila Yue-nya nggak mati. Ceweknya kena gigit. Kalah, Cok. Kalah, Cok. Kalah, Cok. Kalah.
Ya, dia orang dapat itu sih. Dia orang dapat apa namanya? Megang atur, Cok.
dari amukan Lord Tiara top lane.
Oke, dan sekarang Oni sudah mulai bergerak masuk ke area atas. 3 pemain dari ONIC.
Itu berapa lo? Gue 11, 24.
Gila jauh amat jar gue 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24,
35,
25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38.
Walaupun tanpa win makin lebih pede banget. Walaupun tanpa win itu cewek bukan Cloud Ohep.
Tadi yang terakhir itu cewek, bukan.
Lihat permainannya udah mulai sedikit agak one sided
permainannya udah mulai
internasional.
dengan hancurkan top turret
Dan membuat teman-teman dari ONIC
Wih, mati Sansa.
tersolo kill oleh Ohep.
Ohep dikasih cloud anjing jago orang ini.
Filipino sniper. Kali ini bukan hanya sniper tapi juga killer.
Yang jago.
Iya. Ini fun fact ya teman-teman ya, emang pemain Blacklist itu jarang banget buat recall. Makanya sekali mereka recall itu
makanya sekali mereka recall itu pemain
namanya tim yang dilakukan oleh Blacklist berhasil.
Iya.
Dan memancing untuk Blacklist.
Iya.
Bahkan hal yang sama
Blacklist tilting.
Loan ketil ya. Iya ya. Tapi ya sebenarnya perbedaan dari item ini yang menjadi PR. Makanya aku bilang sama kayak game
Tenang, ONIC udah 2 kali di posisi kayak gini.
7.800 malah di game pertama sama seperti di game keempat kali ini. Dimana 7.800 dipukuli oleh Blacklist International.
Di game yang pertama sempat berhenti. Di game kali ini beda banget. Ini nggak berhenti sama sekali.
Yang kali ini beda banget.
Gila, Lordnya cepet bener.
OHP bener-bener kayak bisa rotasi dan dia bantu ke arah boots aja
Kayak bisa rotasi dan dia bantu ke arah boots aja dia bisa loh. Tapi selain dia bukan cewek yang coba
bahkan kali ini dengan hadirnya Lord
bahkan kali ini dengan hadirnya Lord yang akan
Kenapa
ke top
sih?
mereka nggak bakal bisa kehilangan
5
karena mereka masih mampu untuk melakukan defense. Dan ingat,
Pindah ke MLBB e-sport lancar.
karena
momentum
damage taken walaupun paling banyak dari
damage
Suns,
taken walaupun
tapi
paling banyak
setidaknya
dari Suns,
untuk sampai
tapi
dengan
setidaknya
menit-menit seperti ini,
untuk sampai dengan
kalau Yue tidak mendapatkan ultimate dari
kalau
Netherrealm,
gue tidak mendapatkan
7-0 loh ya Allah, gak bisa nge-kill.
Level di
dalam
bawah
kondisi
Yue
dua
mungkin
level di bawah Yue
kesulitan untuk bisa memberikan
Suns juga
PAin terus lagi, kabarin aja kalau
benar perfect banget ya untuk Blacklist Internasional ya. Ini mungkin positioning adalah kunci untuk cewek dan juga Suns. Baru jadi ke arah lagi rancan nih, jadi harusnya di
apakah bisa ke defense?
sekarang dari sisi Suns sendiri.
Oke, lihat
Bisa.
Jarak bottom lane bakal coba dikejar habis sama Ohep. Tapi lihat para pasukan dari tim Blacklist Internasional, mereka lebih melakukan distraction di dua lane yang berbeda. Karena di outplay Blacklist biarkan Gold bebas masuk tanpa ada hambatan.
Apakah bisa defense? Menurut gua enggak sih, Pak.
Borbardir Carpet mencuri tim ini dan bahkan di sana Kairi mencoba untuk bermain dengan tinggi bukan bermain tinggi bukan Kairi
Bisa ini.
Mati Kairinya. Enggak bisa, Pak.
Gak bisa lagi dipandung.
Match 5 anjay.
5
Gila, cepat banget, Cok.
Lagi.
Seru ya kalau imbang-imbang ini.
Kan tadi.
Wah, ini dia reset yang terjadi juga dari belakang.
Kalau mau ngambil one minimal di ban lah itu Minotaur. Jangan.
Dan membuat mereka berada dalam kondisi match point
membuat
juga.
mereka berada dalam kondisi match point juga. Dua sama kita di malam kelima, makin lebih menegangkan di malam kali ini. Hari pertama babak knockout stage.
Kita ternyata dipakai semua di match yang kedua. Ini memang menjadi bukti sebenarnya dari kedua tim ini. Mereka benar-benar contender yang kuat sejauh ini.
Wow, BLACKLIST internasional.
Tapi ternyata dengan komposisi yang baru bahkan mereka bisa mengimbangi The Sky King. Nah, itu dia yang sempat dibilang juga sama Master
mengimbangi The Sky King.
Utamanya itu bukan di roster. Tapi gimana caranya player beradaptasi.
Kalau permasalahan
apalagi dengan perubahan meta yang terjadi. Rene J ini pemain XP lane loh teman-teman. Sebelumnya dia pemain XP lane, tapi ternyata dia sekarang udah shifting banget, bisa bermain dengan hero-hero inisiator, bisa bermain dengan hero cover juga. Bahkan hero healer sekalipun itu Estes.
Wow, tapi ya tentunya game keempat yang begitu
Baca komen dulu guys. Ganggernya 0 objektif. Albert main ganti Kairi. Ini bukan ONIC.
Oheb dengan Blazing Duel itu on point.
Apa baca ini? Komennya udah yes benar kok.
Yang mendapatkan 8% kill participation yang walaupun sekarang
untuk Adi. Adi nggak respect Ben Valentina.
Ya, bagaimanapun Windtalker ketika tadi item yang kelima sempat dimunculkan dan bahkan menemukan dengan error. Jadi Oheb memiliki base yang sangat-sangat menyakitkan. Matilda yang dibawakan oleh Keyboy ternyata tidak begitu maksimal sehingga membuat teman-teman dari BLACKLIST tidak memanfaatkan bagaimana untuk melakukan gerakan grouping dan menekan dari area mid lane. Semenjak First Blood kita juga sempat melihat bagaimana Sans korban jiwa dan beberapa kali diganggu oleh Edward dan juga Sensui. Bahkan kalau teman-teman sempat lihat untuk early tempo yang selalu dipegang sama BLACKLIST saat ini masih menjadi sebuah pertanyaan buat aku pribadi. Gimana cara memecahkan kode early game dari Sensui yang retribution-nya sebegitu powerful-nya, setup dari BLACKLIST juga sebegitu indahnya, ditambah dengan Rene J yang selalu berada dalam keadaan begitu prima dengan kondisi dia menjadi badan depan untuk nge-screen pemain-pemain dari mantan tim ONIC. Dia selalu dapat infonya loh, mau spell apapun yang keluar, mau siapapun yang ada di depannya, mau ada ultimate yang keluar. Itu dia selalu dapetin momentum.
Iya, dan problemnya masih sama ya. Karena ONIC ini masih belum bisa untuk menahan juga atau mungkin let's say mengimbangi lah ya Prof ya. Untuk di early game dari tim BLACKLIST sendiri dan 14 menit memang tidak menuju ke arah late game, tapi at least pemain-pemain dari ONIC dipatahkan hanya 1 poin kill aja yang didapatkan di game kita yang keempat di menit yang hampir menyentuh ke angka 15 menit. Ternyata BLACKLIST mereka tidak perlu membantu menuju ke arah late game, mereka tidak perlu memberikan space para cewek untuk bisa membagi keadaan sama seperti game-game sebelumnya karena Oheb berhasil untuk unggul dari segi level, dari segi network. Lihat perbedaan 10.000 network yang dimainkan di game yang keempat dan bahkan hanya 1 poin kill yang didapatkan sama Sans ketika dia berhasil untuk menumbangkan Yue tentunya.
Wah, ini 14 menit saja loh gamenya bisa ditutup dan ONIC hanya mendapatkan 1 poin kill saja. Kita akan melihat bagaimana nanti reset lagi terjadi dari kubu ONIC.
Kita akan melihat bagaimana nanti reset lagi terjadi.
Kita akan bawa ke game yang kelima.
Mulu, Airi lawak, Airi settingan,
setelah mereka dikalahkan lagi di game
Bela PH.
Padahal mereka berada dalam match point.
lihat.
Padahal mereka berada dalam match point.
Memang di luar prediksi para caster.
Ini
tapi
memang di luar prediksi para caster.
Jam setengah 9 malam ini di Indonesia
dalam
waktu
malam
bagian barat. Ini adalah match yang sangat worth it untuk ditonton. Totally worth it sampai menit yang terakhir pun.
Totally worth it.
Karena lihat dua tim yang
Akhirnya
tidak turun sama
imposter.
sekali ke lower bracket.
Lihat,
mereka bertarung habis-habisan. Mereka benar-benar bermain dengan
bertarung
secepat mungkin. Karena sadar satu sama lain.
Backingan.
Late game.
Kairi dan
Siapapun bisa megang ini.
Iya, dan Blacklist kayaknya
ini
memberikan late game-nya kembali kepada ONIC.
Iya.
Sejak
Kalau sampai turun ke bawah tuh berat banget.
Base-nya 2 kali di game yang kedua dan game yang ketiga. Dengan
Jangan sampai turun lower kalau bisa menang
ini
lah.
adalah game terbanyak Suns ketika tumbang.
Iya.
Iya benar.
Jadi tumbangnya dia game kali ini.
Iya
paling
benar.
banyak. 4 kalinya
dia.
Kalau dihitung sama kayak hampir dia
Paling banyak. 4 kalinya.
Selamat
Kalau itu sama kayak hampir dia
ya tumbang satu doang.
Oh iya, sekali
Tumbang
gitu
sekali
ya.
di total.
Iya, tumbang satu doang.
Oh iya, sekali
ditotalkan di
bahwa Suns adalah kuncinya.
Oh, udah mulai sadar mereka bahwa Suns adalah kuncinya.
Sedikit terancam di area mid lane. Apakah
Sudah
setelah
membuat
ini
Suns
Coach Yep dan juga Coach Adi akan memberikan
terancam
hero
di area
lini
mid lane.
belakang bagi Suns?
Apakah setelah ini
Seperti
Coach Yep dan Coach Adi akan memberikan
Novaria
hero
atau hero-hero yang lebih safe di depan sana, atau jangan-jangan
Oh,
Suns akan diberikan hero
Novaria
yang
atau
kembali
hero-hero
sehingga nantinya dia akan bermain dengan Black Shoes.
Menurut aku emang agak sedikit sulit ya untuk Fanamis di game yang keempat kali ini, Prof. Karena posisinya kan ONIC jarang banget mereka untuk defense secara bersamaan. Kayak posisi dari Blacklist mereka lebih mencari gimana caranya metode pick off dibawakan dengan ada yang ngebawa lagi-lagi Cloud dari sisi OHEP
Dan
yang selalu bisa mainin rotasinya.
Teori Akai ketemu Faramis.
Iya.
Ini dia
Teori-
yang sempat terjadi di game
teori Akai ketemu
keempat.
Faramis.
Iya.
Di mana
Ini dia.
kita sering sekali
Seperti
melihat
game yang
sisi
keempat.
power dari Heavy Spin ini
Di
lumayan
mana
bisa
kita sering
membubarkan
sekali
Nether
melihat
Realm.
Iya.
Sisi power
Walaupun
dari
bisa
Heavy
membubarkan
Spin
dalam,
lumayan
tapi
bisa
bukan
membubarkan
berarti
Nether Realm.
kalau ini adalah
Kalau
counter natural
membubarkan
ya, dari
Nether
Faramis.
Betul.
Memang akan mengganggu pergerakan dari
natural.
Faramis.
Jepit
Pecah belah.
menjepit dan memecah aja.
Iya, memecah aja bagaimana setup formation dari ONIC itu sendiri. Tapi
Ya,
ini dia di game yang keempat
Wah, lihat ONIC.
cukup memukau juga bagaimana
Iya.
permainan dari
Game
ONIC
yang keempat
ketika kita berbicara
Cukup
bagaimana
bagaimana
mereka di 2 game
permainan
sebelumnya
dari
namun harus tershutdown di early
cara
game
bagaimana
dan masih belum
mereka di
ketemu
2 game sebelumnya
bagaimana
namun
cara
harus
break the
tershutdown
code
di game.
untuk early game dari Blacklist International. Kalau kita berbicara untuk memenangkan game,
Mereka tahu
udah ketemu jawabannya.
Udah ketemu.
Udah
cara
dihancurkan
untuk memenangkan
kodenya.
game.
Iya.
Tapi
Ketemu
how to
jawabannya.
break the code in early game dari Blacklist International
Masih jadi
yang
PR.
kali ini masih menjadi
in
tanda
early game
besar
dari
bagi teman-teman dari ONIC.
yang kali ini
Yes.
masih menjadi tanda
Memang
menjadi
bisa
besar
dibilang
bagi teman-teman dari
permainan yang tiada
Ya.
henti, tabrakan
Memang
dari tim
bisa
Blacklist
dibilang
dan
mainan
prematur
yang
terhadap
tiada
Cloud
henti,
yang membuat cewek
tabrakan dari
terbungkam.
Blacklist dan prematur
Wow,
terhadap
itu
Cloud.
sangat-sangat
Buat cewek
mengerikan.
terbungkam.
Dan sekarang yang
Wow.
punya kawasan benar-benar membuktikan kalau oke, Suns memang terlihat sangat amat kuat, tapi ketika Suns dilumpuhkan, Suns benar-benar dipatahkan dari segi rotasi, dari segi damage dealnya. ONIC benar-benar kayak kehilangan satu sosok mid lane yang benar-benar biasanya memberikan dealing damage dan juga bahkan memberikan beberapa efek sisi. Ya, jadi ya Blacklist mereka juga sudah mulai mendapatkan sedikit celah kali ini. Tapi tenang aja karena sekarang di best of 5 kita menjadi best of 1.
Best of one ini nih.
Barengan lagi.
Ini nggak tahu kenapa ya.
Best
Aku
of
teringat
one.
ONIC
Ini.
di
Barengan lagi.
MPL
Ini
Indonesia
saya nggak tahu kenapa ya.
Ketika beberapa kali mereka tuh ketemu sama let's say kayak Bigetron Alpha
Ketika beberapa kali mereka tuh
ketemu sama Geek Farm, mereka tuh selalu berada dalam kondisi yang mirip kayak gini. Dan di game yang kelima tiba-tiba mereka tuh kayak keluar dari zona aman draft pick mereka dan menimbulkan gameplay baru dengan contohnya kayak pick kelima Link tiba-tiba itu jadi sebuah jawaban loh. Mereka jadi tim pertama yang lolos ke M5.
Kayak nggak ketebak gitu ya.
Jadi kayak nggak ketebak gitu loh.
Jadi seakan-akan kayak memang udah dipersiapkan untuk mungkin last team fight-nya.
Mungkin lebih ke arah mereka akan coba beradaptasi dengan seluruh
Mungkin
draft
lebih
pick
ke
yang
arah
mereka miliki.
mereka
Sekarang
coba-
power yang sudah terlihat adalah dari Cloud, dari Valentina, dan bahkan dari
terlihat
Red
adalah
Dwarf
dari
sekalipun.
dari
Iya.
Valentina.
Apalagi Valentina first pick, makanya aku udah sempet bilang
Iya.
Blacklist International
Apalagi
tuh nggak pernah
Valentina
ragu
makanya aku
buat
udah
ngasih Valentina ke
Tapi
UA
Valentina tuh
karena
nggak
emang sepowerful itu loh
buat
Valentina dari Blacklist International.
Ya, karena
Dan sekarang
powerful itu loh. Valentina
powernya
dari
terbukti sangat jelas. Sekali lagi Profesor KB yang berhadapan dengan Valentina saat ini adalah one-one-nya. Bukan hero yang bisa bertahan ketika melawan Valentina.
Iya, makanya ini akan menarik juga untuk kita saksikan nanti di fase draft pick yang ke-5. Karena di game yang ke-5, kita belum tahu nih siapa first pick, siapa second picknya. ONIC bisa jadi ada ONIC bisa jadi ada second pick. Sehingga kita tinggal menunggu saja bagaimana nanti kelanjutan dan game ke-5 untuk match kita yang kedua di babak knockout stage.
Lumayan deg-degan ya sebenarnya, apalagi
Asli,
posisi yang
kalau momen kayak gini malah lebih deg-degan tau gak?
Iya.
Sebelum draft pick, sebelum momen-momen masuk ini tuh lebih deg-degan.
Kalau momen kayak gini malah lebih deg-degan tau gak? Memikirkan apa sih yang disiapin sama ONIC ya?
Gimana gak deg-degan? Tadi aja kita di awal-awal bermain ketika mereka bermain tadi aja udah mulai cukup dilarang. Ini sekarang lebih mengerikan lagi karena best of one, siapapun bisa megang game ini.
Iya.
Sekarang
Lebih mengerikan lagi karena best of one. Iya, sebenarnya apalagi ketemunya dengan kontender yang kuat juga kan dari BLACKLIST.
Iya, sebenarnya apalagi
rumah mereka sendiri di Filipina. Jadi ya tentunya ini akan jadi satu tantangan juga untuk ONIC membuktikan bahwa tim Indonesia kita harus bisa bertahan di babak upper bracket. Jadi buat teman-teman juga lagi watch party yang lagi nobar, kita harus tetap kasih dukungan teman-teman. Dan lihat tuh,
yang lagi nobar,
total heal 52.000 total heal. Ini yang support semua pemain-pemain dari BLACKLIST tentunya. Dan ONIC
ini yang support
di boy pun di sini dengan flash of the assessment tidak mampu untuk bisa memberikan damage yang cukup, heal yang cukup ke arah pemain-pemain dari
Jujur, ONIC di game yang keempat terkena jam-jam. Udah gak bisa dapat 1 poin.
Game yang keempat terkena terlalu kuat, udah gak bisa game juga, makanya agak sedikit berbeda daripada beberapa
dominannya terlalu kuat,
game itu menjadi momentum bagi kedua belah tim. Dan kita juga harus melihat juga bagaimana nanti reset yang terjadi, karena tadi udah sempat kita lihat kalau BLACKLIST dengan kekalahan mereka di game yang kedua dan game yang ketiga, itu tiba-tiba di game yang keempat langsung berubah total dari mimik wajahnya, cara mood mereka juga.
Iya, itu tapi itu yang dibutuhkan gak sih ketika
Kalau juga pas Kabe nanya coba sekarang gue bilang ini kok agak berbeda ya.
Iya.
Aneh banget. Tapi oke, tenang tahan dulu. Tapi
Iya.
ada sedikit interview host di Filipina bersama dengan Mara. Mari kita langsung lemparkan saja. Mara, pasok.
Di Filipina bersama dengan Mara. Mari kita langsung lemparkan saja. Mara, pasok.
When I say
Gila,
go,
bajunya.
you say ONIC. Go! Okay. When I say BLACKLIST, you say break the code. BLACKLIST!
When I say BLACKLIST, you say break the
Okay. I can't decide who has the higher energy. I'm gonna need the help of Marco. Where are you at? Marco!
I'm right here, man.
Okay. We need a challenger. Who do you want to challenge?
My brother.
Indonesian. Who?
Leo.
Leo, where are you at?
Leo.
Oh, you're wearing BLACKLIST. Okay, you know, it's 2-2 right now in the land of dawn. So here on the floor, we have to.
Ada ini ya.
All right, we gotta see who has the better fans up in here. Okay, you guys do your thing. What's happening with BLACKLIST right now? Why do you think they can beat ONIC?
I keep saying this.
right now.
I'm gonna speak in English. I think the agents understand, so that we can understand. BLACKLIST right now is the youngest they've ever been. The potential is infinite, and they can achieve more than the team has ever done, ever. And they're gonna go all the way.
Oh, okay, they're gonna go all the way.
Ever
They're
done,
gonna achieve
ever,
more.
and they're gonna go all
What
the
do you
way.
have, Marco?
You may have the youngest team, man. You may have a lot of potential, but we are at that potential. We are at the highest peak ONIC's ever been. We're at the highest peak MLBB's ever been. The golden road is set for ONIC.
Okay. What do you have to say to that? I felt this energy. It kind of made me move back a little bit.
All right, you may be on the golden road. You may have achieved so much, but do you have among your ranks in your active roster place right now a YouTuber and recording artist, much like the hitman
A
Renegade?
YouTuber and recording artist much like the hitman Renegade.
Lanjut cok, saling roasting cok, seru cok.
We got something better. We got the best player in the world. We got the best
We
looking
got
player
something
in the
better.
world.
We got the best player in the world. We got the best looking player in the world.
They got Kyrie. They got Kyrie.
dikit lagi cuy
It's not
temennya
just the
mundur.
players. It's not just the players and the team that makes BLACKLIST International the best team. They also have the best
International, the best team. They also have the best.
Okay. They have the best fans. What do you have, Marco?
Well, we might be outnumbered when it comes to that, Leo. I have to be honest with you. We may be outnumbered, but the passion shines through. I didn't want to have to do this, Leo. I didn't want to have to do this. BLACKLIST will win.
BLACKLIST will win.
I didn't want to do this. I promised the agents I would never do this. But agents, can I do it now?
I will never do this.
Agents, can I do it now? BLACKLIST International will win against ONIC tonight.
International will win against ONIC tonight.
Okay. Wait, I think we have to settle this with the fans, okay? I think we have to settle this with the fans. Marco, you go first. Let's see the energy of the ONIC fans.
All right, boys, you know what to do. When I say go, you say ONIC.
All right, boys, you know what to do. When I say go, you say ONIC. You ready?
Oh, wow, that was intense. Let's see if the other side can do it better.
I'm going to ask for the help of the agents. We got 3 special agents here joining us. Please introduce yourselves.
My name is Lionel.
My name is Lina.
Therese.
And I am Phoebe.
Okay. Lionel, I'll leave it up to you.
BLACKLIST, are you ready?
Are you ready?
BLACKLIST!
Wow! Oh my God, the energy is so intense. It's 2-0, 2-2 right now.
Blacklist International.
Casters! Paso!
Tidak ada yang bisa mengalahkan
Tidak ada yang bisa mengalahkan
Sayang sekali saya tidak bisa menjadi Cheekers kali ini, Mirko. Mirko, karena kamu yang berada di Filipina. Saya lagi tenaga kepada kamu, Mirko.
Saya berikan energi dan tenaga kepada kamu, Mirko. Tunjukkan Mirko-nya. Tunjukkan kalau kita bisa patahkan dari Leo. Dari
Kalian lihat talent prediction.
Kalau
ada tim
kalian
favorit
lihat
kalian dengan wajah Ranger Mas dan Mirko,
dan ada tim favorit kalian dengan wajah
itu akan berlaku dengan season 13 besok, teman-teman.
Ini nggak bohong, ini benar.
Guys, kalau buat kalian semua yang nanya dari caster prediction, untuk win rate itu berebut untuk yang paling bagus. Tapi gue sama Mirko, gue berdua
berebut 0%.
Berebut 0%. Berebut 0%. Dan buat kalian semua, kita memang tidak ada di Filipina. Kita memang tidak ada di sana untuk mendukung secara langsung.
Kita memang tidak ada di sana untuk mendukung secara langsung. Tapi gue harap
semoga dengeran dan rekam posting, ya kan? Rekam posting. Oke, ketika gue bilang go, gak ONIC, oke?
Posting, ya kan? Rekam posting. Oke, ketika gue bilang go, gak ONIC, oke?
Kita akan sekarang game yang kelima, best of 5. Kita tersisa 1 nyawa sebelum salah satu dari tim yang sangat kuat di match kedua.
Wah, tapi kalau kita lihat dari drafting phase-nya Baksya dilepas.
Wah, tapi kalau kita lihat dari drafting phase-nya Baksya dilepas.
Game yang kelima masih dengan BLACKLIST International.
Yang kelima masih dengan BLACKLIST
pertama kali ini tentunya
di
akan menjadi sebuah tanda tanya apakah Valentina lagi untuk Yue.
Atau Baksya yang terlepas kali ini. Iya yang oleh BLACKLIST.
Terima kasih banyak yang di kolom komentar juga lihat mereka teriak.
Terima kasih banyak yang di kolom komentar juga lihat mereka teriak ONIC dari
Rapat semua. Terima kasih banyak.
Luar biasa.
Rekam posting walaupun mereka jauh
luar biasa. Rekam posting walaupun mereka jauh di Filipina.
Solid kagak.
Kamu kembali ke Indonesia untuk terus solid kagak kendor.
Betul. Lewat sosial media. Meskipun kita
jangan mau
Anjir, mau stop nih.
hati kita tuh selalu sampai.
Iya.
ke mereka.
Dan yang bener dibilang tadi, walaupun kita outnumber, kalah angka, tapi nggak masalah, men. Ingat, pendukung di Indonesia jauh lebih banyak, Cimo.
Bahkan ini sampai teman saya yang sedang berdinas ya, namanya Mas Rudi dan juga
2 kali MVP, 2 kali kalah, guys.
bayangin, sangkin ingin mendukung tim Indonesia. Luar biasa, dari Kuningan, semangat bekerjanya untuk yang di luar sana juga. Gak apa-apa nggak nobar langsung, tapi kalian nonton aja itu udah luar biasa.
Luar biasa banget, teman. Dan ini dia Baxia Cloud yang tadi sempat diamankan juga untuk Moheb. 1-1 Valentina kembali menuju ke arah ONIC. Tapi pick yang ketiga, apakah ini akan menuju ke arah Martis? Karena kita melihat Baxia di sana, ini akan menjadi malapetaka kalau early game-nya tidak dikendalikan, apalagi kita tahu sendiri. Ini adalah Baxia untuk Sensui yang sangat powerful sekali dengan advantage early game yang rusuh ketika menggunakan Baxia Shield ini.
Oke, Baxia yang terlepas sebenarnya langsung akan diamankan oleh Blacklist International. Kaja diamankan oleh Keyboy.
Kali ini Keyboy dulu yang diamankan hero-nya. 1-1 Kaja yang tentunya akan sedikit mendinai bagaimana keuntungan dari early game yang bisa dipatahkan dengan poin-poin kill ketika ada Divine Judgment. Berarti junglernya akan lebih sedikit memiliki damage.
Junglernya ya. Untuk dari sisi Onyx, berarti kemungkinan bisa akan ada assassin kah yang dibawakan? Untuk lebih memaksimalkan early burst damage juga dengan adanya Kaja.
Ini nyebelin juga nih, super serius. Siapapun yang menang di game kali ini, dia bakal menang. Saya pikir ya pokoknya menang.
Karena super serius.
Super serius.
Mana yang buat aset?
Karena super serius. Super serius.
Oke. Kopi dulu bang.
Kemarin juga fun fact-nya lucu tau. Kayak apa?
Alien tau yang alien?
Kemarin juga alien sebenarnya.
Mana tuh
Alien tau yang alien? Iya alien.
Apoy ini mau sampai kapanpun Apoy.
Apoy ini mau sampai kapanpun jadi Apoy.
Kalau 9 apa sih? Itu ada MU, cowok gue lupa.
Bukan alien yang sebenarnya.
Bukan alien yang sebenarnya.
Jadi it's not
bukan alien yang sebenarnya.
Dia human gitu loh. Dia nggak tahu.
Oh, Fireflux, oh my god.
Oh,
Fireflux. Emang gitu guys kalau udah berumur ya
Masih.
Kalau fokus sama Onyx pengen juara guys.
Kepala 7.
Caster Blacklist first pick mulu, kenapa? Karena itu pilihan dia.
Main handphone, megang mouse, bawa motor tuh langsung kena gitu pundak kanan gua.
Untuk memberikan efek dengan persenan HP yang menuju
kayak panas gitu loh, kayak sebetulnya.
tinggi terbuka untuk
Karena berarti dan
kita tahu
jogging juga tuh, gerakin tangan kanan kalau udah agak lama kayak hangat panas gitu. Kayak kenceng
aja. Juga bahwa Sans membawakan Valentina yang menandakan ada IMU
di situ.
yang bisa di-cover.
Kalau udah kena gini langsung dia ke leher atas, leher ke bawah, habis itu punggung, tas, bawah.
Kopi ke arah Black Shoes kah? Atau nanti akan
jangan-jangan
Matilda
itu loh
yang bisa diamankan
namanya dislokasi.
Matilda untuk NEJ di depan dari Kaja. Dan kali ini Florin Baxia lagi.
Keren banget tuh Naruto kalau dibikin sana.
Mau tidak mau.
Telepon kali ya Gilang aja ya.
Dengan Florin di area belakangnya. Tapi
Jadi
apakah
jadi
Theo
dia
membawakan
Bastian
kali ini dengan assassin
Gak tahan buat cowok, apalagi kalau bawa motor sini teluk.
Artis yang terbuka di sini masih ada, Akai pun masih terbuka.
Oke.
Oh, Akai memang di ban oleh sisi ONIC. Jadi banyak pilihannya. Fredrin juga ditutup memang, tapi ini punya chance yang banyak banget sebenarnya.
Ya,
jadi guys
tengah Fredrin oke banget untuk lawan Baxia, cuma akan sulit ketika berhadapan dengan Lilia dan juga
Kalau Fanny gimana?
Nah, Martis ini paling aman. Martis paling aman banget. Karena dari awal yang sempat kita mention kalau Baxia ini
jadi nggak setengah
muncul dari kubu dari Blacklist, artinya Martis adalah hero yang paling aman dan
punya damage
juga agar Divine Judgment-nya jauh lebih optimal. Tapi perlu dicatat juga bahwa ada Arlot di sana yang sangat-sangat mengganggu bagi kubu dari ONIC. Tinggal gimana caranya teman-teman dari ONIC untuk mengstopkan.
Malam mingguan gila dia.
Kayaknya. Jadi suara piring cuk, kelentak
semuanya menuju ke Blacklist. Dan kali ini 7,2 berbanding dengan 6,2 untuk ONIC dengan game kelima,
7,2 berbanding dengan 6,2
momen
untuk ONIC
yang
dengan game
akan dibawakan
kelima.
oleh ONIC.
Mereka akan bermain dengan safe mode. Mereka akan bermain dengan pengamanan terhadap babak selanjutnya. Dan Indonesia dari Sabang sampai Merauke.
Dan Indonesia
Fans ONIC dan
dari Sabang
Sobat
sampai
Koalisi
Merauke.
Indonesia yang dimanapun kalian berada.
ONIC dan
Ini
Sobat
adalah
Koalisi
penentuan
Indonesia
apakah
yang
mereka
dimanapun
akan
kalian
melaju ke
berada.
babak selanjutnya atau turun
Ini adalah
ke laut
penentuan
mereka.
mereka melaju ke babak
Tenaga
selanjutnya.
kalian, mari kita dukung
One lagi sih anjing.
Indonesia dan mengudara di Filipina.
Wan dicampur aja gila.
Ini menjadi match yang akan menentukan.
Duduk aja ya.
Yang menentukan.
Kairi megang Sansa.
Internasional akan bisa kita patahkan kali ini.
Dominasi yang sempat terjadi pada game yang pertama
Harus
dibalaskan di
gitu
game
aja cowboy.
ketiga. Namun match point terpatahkan di game yang keempat dan membuat kali ini teman-teman dari ONIC akan menuju ke game yang kelima.
Ya. Kita berharap tentunya semoga ONIC mereka yang bisa mensecure tentunya poin kemenangan di game terakhir kali ini.
Ada Edward sih, ru cancel tuh.
Cukup unggul di early game menurutku karena BLACKLIST International membawakan Lilia yang biasanya Lilia akan memberikan pressure lebih dalam kepada para mid laner sampai dengan keluar flicker, tapi untuk saat ini lihat
One kalau landingnya menang kalau lawan Cloud kalau dipakai. Spellnya lebih.
Patel.
apalagi dia akan membawakan ini.
Enggak, pindah ke MLBB Esport aja, Cok. Lancar biaya.
Dan menurut aku pun
Caster Indo kok.
masih punya BMI tentunya.
Benar-benar dipaksa untuk mengeluarkan
Detik berapa
semua
lu?
resource yang ada termasuk dengan BMI.
1.14, 1.15
sama seperti di game yang kedua dan game yang ketiga, memberikan tekanan.
Udah ganti loh.
Early game terutama untuk OHEP.
Tapi aku merasa ya, atau mungkin Valentina yang setelah udah dapetin level 2-nya itu memang sebenarnya lebih bisa nge-pressure ke arah Lilia. Jadi apalagi dengan efek terrified ya Be ya. Ini benar-benar bisa mengganggu sebenarnya Lilia yang mau mencoba untuk melakukan play cepat.
Dan kalau misalkan Lilianya muncul, udah pasti bakal dikasih ketek aja itu nambahin EXP juga. Lumayan buat Valentinanya dari Suns. Apalagi pemilihannya tough boots. Dan kemungkinan besar kalau kita lihat untuk sekarang cukup stabil ONIC memenangkan tempo early game yang cukup cepat. Dan Suns ingin memasakkan level yang keempat bahkan sebelum adanya wave minion selanjutnya.
Beda nih, Suns nggak mau bermain dengan tenang lagi, lihat rotasi yang dia lakukan. Agresifnya lebih
rotasinya langsung agresif
dari 4 game sebelum ini kalau kalian sadar.
Rating aja guys.
Iya, kali ini langsung rotasi cepat.
Nah tuh gas aja, Dota nggak bisa join tuh.
OHEP berada di dalam.
Gonya pegangin. Nah udah, dapat ini. Boots ada di sini soalnya.
Kelas boots. Mati satu.
Mati nih. Yue, udah nggak ada sepatu Yue. Kawan sih bacanya Yu apa Yue?
Tidak ada target untuk di point judgment. Yang penting terlalu banyak ultimate yang terpicu dari teman-teman BLACKLIST International, termasuk juga Final Slash dan bahkan adanya flicker yang baru keluar.
Black Shoes juga sempat digunakan juga oleh Yue dan langsung menggunakan flickernya untuk mundur karena dia tahu posisi Black Shoes digunakan dia akan berada di kepungan dari pemain-pemain ONIC. Kali ini ONIC sepertinya
ambil Keyboy nggak sih?
Keyboy.
Aduh sayang banget tuh ketinggalan level pasti.
Dia maju
Ya bagus lah.
dan bahkan ada kalkulasi yang sudah diperhitungkan bahkan sampai saat ini lihat purple buff.
Kasian Cok. Cuy ini match pun ini.
This is your boy, Keyboy. Berhasil mendapatkan orange buff yang sangat berarti untuk EXP.
Beda banget gameplaynya. Tidak ada
bagi sosok seorang Sensui, tapi cewek lihat dia beda banget gameplaynya.
Adik ya? Nice, Sans. Sempur. Nah, kalau teori perspot aja, kalau perspot auto win pasti.
Di depan sana bahkan dia menjudgment.
Tidak ada option yang membuat ini makin lebih nyata.
This is Captain cewek speaking ready to take up one last hit. First blood di tangan Sans tiba-tiba.
Baik dulu nggak sih, We?
Nowhere. Look at shit. Dan membuat seorang OHEP tertidur lemas.
Tidak ada BM. Tidak ada shield absorption yang membuat kemenangan laning makin lebih nyata adanya untuk cewek dan gold earn-nya langsung
baca komen gas. Nah ini ONIC anjing.
Orang fans Indo ini bipolar gila.
Unggul dikit didukung.
Asli paling bener. Makanya kalau jadi e-sport ini udah gak usah baca-bacain komen lah, terus mental lo. Harus baca buku apa cara bersikap bodoh amat. Itu maksa banget cewek bukan balik.
Mereka belum mengeluarkan safe mode karena mereka sadar
mereka harus tetap struggle untuk mencari apa yang kurang dari
Iya kan?
kubu mereka.
Kita kayak diajak untuk menyaksikan kembali ONIC di MPL Indonesia season yang ke-12. Game
Lihat tuh Kyrie-nya. Tuh, mereka pakai